Hello and welcome back to Matt Hayes' Tottenham Blog and to another Tottenham Watchalong. Today I'm delighted to say I'm joined by David, the Irish Hotspur for Newcastle against Tottenham. After the Premier League returned with a bang yesterday, Spurs are finally back in action and I'm delighted to be watching this one with you, David. How are you getting on today?
Oh, good, Matty. Results went our way yesterday. The boring international break is over. It's been a miserable one for us Irish fans. A defeat to Luxembourg, to Serbia, and a draw with Qatar. So I'm delighted the Premier League's back. Please, Tottenham, please give me something to cheer about today.
Yeah, it's the international break. It's painful for every fan when you don't get to watch your club play, but when you're watching Ireland, it's just that bit worse. For anyone who doesn't realise how bad it was for us, Matt Doherty was playing in right wing, so it was probably the worst international break I've ever had to live through. It was absolutely terrible. And let's welcome a few people here. We've Dark Sun G, Mr. K, Celery Agent. You got Bjorn as well, the Clockwork Orange Rune, Richard Kenneth, Simon Cohen, Mohinder Singh, John Fitzpatrick, Football City, Fun Collector. Welcome all of you to the live watch. So be sure to put in the comments in the live chat where you're watching from, and we'll run through all that and we'll welcome you onto the stream a little bit more. But David, the most important thing that we are looking towards is, of course, the team news. As Elias there says, didn't Matt Doherty get injured? I believe Doherty is out and Ben Davis as well, who also picked up an injury over the international break. So it's looking like it'll probably be Reguilon and Aurier in the wide fullback areas.
Yeah, look, Reguilon at left back, that's a sort. Right back, look, a lot of the fans want Tanganga today. I would like to see Tanganga, but listen to what Mourinho said about Tanganga, that, you know, he still has to time his runs going forward better, and he has to get better at crossing the ball, and he does see him as a future right back and stuff like that. I just don't think he will start today. I do think it will be Aurier. But look, Aurier will be important today because you have, like, Newcastle are going to sit in deep and they're going to try and hit us on the counter. So he's going to be important going forward as long as he's putting in quality crosses into the box, Matt. But as well, if St. Maximin is playing, St. Maximin's going to be down that side as well. So that's going to be a tricky side to marshal throughout the game. Yeah,
it will. Newcastle, for a team who have just been so poor in the last couple of months and who are in a position where they could very well be down in the Championship next season. They do possess a lot of quality in that side, and it is something that Spurs have to be wary of because look, I think everyone in that live chat can tell you that Newcastle are a bogey team. We've had some very poor results against them in recent seasons. We've Jack Sung Ji coming in with the first super chat of the afternoon. Jack, thank you so much for that. You are always massively appreciated. 5,000 South Korean Won says, hey Matt, do you think the second place spot is still open? And I think you put in a comment a bit earlier about that with a bit more explanation, saying I feel like it is Man U. It is because Man U are only 1 point ahead of Leicester, and if they lose all of this month's games and we win all, then we might go second. David, in a season that's so unpredictable, it's so back and forth. You look at how bad Spurs have been since the turn of the year, and a win today puts us in the top four. Do you think fourth is our limit, or do you think we can make it up into those higher spots as well?
No, Matty. Look, I've done a thing over the last few days, right? So, first of all, big up Dark Sung G21. He was in on my show last night as well, Matty. And look, so I done a show the other day, and I said, look, there's definitely two spots open. Leicester's spot is open, and Chelsea's spot is open. The reason why I say Leicester, so we win today. I think we're only about four points behind Leicester. But Leicester, Matty, they still have Chelsea, United, us. They still have West Ham to play, so they still have some big teams to play. Chelsea still have City, Arsenal, Leicester to play. So a lot of these teams, they're all playing each other, whereas we have United, Everton, then Leicester last game of the season. So it could well come down to us beating Leicester last game of the season. But if we win today and then we beat United next week, we're 3 points behind United, who are in second, providing they don't win their game in hand. So that, in essence, look, we take today's game, we win today. We're going to say that top four is in our hands even going into this game, with Chelsea and Leicester spots still available. But then next week, if we beat United, that opens up second, Matty, which is absolutely madness for the sort of season we've had. It's crazy to say. So after next week, if we beat United, second spot is open, which means there's 3 available spots for Champions League, which means we don't have to worry about whether Arsenal go and win the Europa League or not. You know what I mean? So, or whether Chelsea win the Champions League and finish outside top 4. If we can finish high and up in that top 4, which I'm aiming for with the run of games we have, because I was looking at it, between us, Chelsea, Liverpool, West Ham, Leicester and Everton, I think we probably have the easiest set of fixtures. So it's in our hands. So if we can finish third even, it means we don't have to worry about other European competitions, which would be absolutely fantastic for us.
Oh, the being able to relax in the last couple of days of the season, or even when those European finals are playing, would be an absolute gift itself. On the Spurs fans often get the luxury of. But as you're talking about Leicester's games, it's actually their final 2 games of the season are against Chelsea and Spurs. So it's really one that we need to be looking at. As if we're 1 or 2 points off top 4 going into the last couple of games of the season, it's not over, because as well, look, I know we always say it, but it's so true that this season is so up and down. You never know what's going to happen. Those last 2 games for Leicester could be the deciding factor for them. Loves Music here with the £5 super chat. Thank you so much for that. You're an absolute legend. Says nothing but a win today. Chelsea had to slip up eventually. Just need Everton and West Ham to do the save. Come with the hour, come with the man, Jose in. And look, let's talk about that Chelsea game, because I was watching that yesterday, and I've been saying since Thomas Tuchel came in that yes, the revival of their form has been because of the impact he's had as a manager, but part of that was a new manager bounce. It's not, you can't go 13, 14 games unbeaten simply from your tactics and all that when you're in with a new team. It was a new manager bounce, and it was always going to come to an end. But for it to come to an end in the way that it did, I know, look, you can look at that Thiago Silva red card, which I think was never a red card. It's a shocking decision, and it's unfortunate for Chelsea, I suppose, that it's a bad refereeing decision that did sway that game in West Brom's favour. But even with 10 men, that should have been Chelsea's game all day long, and West Brom played absolutely incredible football. Matheus Pereira with 2 goals and 2 assists, Callum Robinson with a couple of goals as well. It's just bizarre that this happens in the Premier League, but isn't that the thing, David, that gives us hope that even, look, yes, we're playing poor today. Even if we lose today, which we absolutely shouldn't, like Loves Music says, nothing but a win today. But even if we lose today, there is still hope that we can get to the top 4, because the season is so unpredictable.
That's the thing, Matty. Like, even if we lose today, top 4 is still on for us. You know what I mean? And it's absolutely madness to say. Look, even if we win today and lose to United, top 4 is still on. It's not over. It's definitely not over. Chelsea losing yesterday to West Brom, I never saw it coming. Matty, I was actually out at the Curragh. I was starting the rebuild of the Irish Hotspur team yesterday. So I was out in the Curragh. But when I came home and I seen West Brom beating Chelsea 5-2, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. You know what I mean? It was unbelievable. I was so happy, it just goes to show really how the season's been, Matty. If they've gone 13 games since Tuchel has come in, I think, 13, 14 games without losing. All of a sudden now they lose. You know what I mean? And top 4 is in our hands. Before we even play today, it's in our hands. It's absolutely madness. What I'm hoping with Tottenham, Matty, is that, look, we started off great, then we've dipped, but now if we can finish strong, you know what I mean? It means, in essence, we probably had our dip at the right time compared to having it now. But that does depend on us winning probably 6, 7 out of the last 9.
But I think that's completely achievable, though. I really do think we can go on a run like that. And like I said,
you want to know what happens remaining 9 fixtures?
Yeah, go for it.
So it's Newcastle United, Everton, Southampton, Sheffield United, Leeds, Wolves, Villa, and Leicester.
There's 6 games there that we should be winning. Absolutely. Yeah. Newcastle, Villa, Southampton, Sheffield United, Everton. Leeds. And what was the other one? Leeds as well. Those are 6 games we should be winning. It's just about getting as many points as we possibly can out of those other games. But about you're saying there, like in terms of the time that our dip came, I said it back in February at the end of that really, really bad run of form that we had, when people were saying, oh, well, Manchester City, they've won 20 games in a row. We're losing. We've lost like 5 in a row. There's no way we're going to beat them in April. At that moment, it seemed like that, but there was 2.5 months in the difference, and nobody could know what the form was going to be like at the end of April. And there is starting to be a bit of a shift in that. We're coming back into form. We've won 5 of our last 7 in all comps. We've won 4 of our last 5 in the Premier League, which, given the kind of breakdown that was in the Spurs fan base ahead of the international break, you wouldn't quite think that. But Arsenal and Zagreb were our only defeats in the last month or so. This is a completely different situation now going into this cup final and going into the final stretch of the season, because throughout a Premier League season, every team is going to have a bad run of form. City are runaway champions, but up until October, I think when we beat them 2-0 in October, they were 14th in the Premier League table. That was their bad run of form. Chelsea had their bad run when they sacked Lampard. United had theirs at the start of the season. Liverpool are having theirs now. Arsenal have had theirs all season. It's hilarious. But every team have that bit of a blip. And Spurs, we've had ours now. Hopefully, if we can go run into some form towards the end of the season, it could be a very, very successful year for us. Top 4 in a trophy, I take all day long. Jiminy here with the 15 Australian dollars says, let's go Spurs. Sonny back to trash people. Jiminy, thank you so much for tuning in again, and thank you so much as always for the super chat. You're an absolute legend. And Sonny back in the squad, back fit, is an absolutely massive one for us. And I suppose we'll take a quick prediction with this the front 4, David, because there's a man here as well. Oh, I hope I share the right screen now. There's a man here that we're hoping will be in the squad. We're hoping will be perhaps in the starting 11. But what front four do you see Jose selecting today?
Harry Kane up top, Son out on the left, Lucas Moura number 10, and I want Gareth Bale today. I'll tell you why I want Gareth Bale, because look, as dogged as Lamela is, with Newcastle and the way they sit deep, you need a player who can do the unthinkable. Look, we've seen Gareth Bale put crosses in with the outside of his boot on the right-hand side. We've seen him, cut in inside of the boot, over the top of the defence. One of the boys run onto it, tapping him. We see him cut in, shoot. So for me, against a low-block team, you need a player like Gareth Bale, not a player like Lamela who wants to try and beat 3 or 4 and, try and play direct straight through the middle. You need a player like Gareth Bale who has the vision, who can cut inside on his left foot, ping one in behind, see Son running into the back post. That's what you need today. You need a player that has the vision to open these up. So for me, I want Gareth Bale.
Yeah, I'd love to see you back in there as well. Look, I've admitted, I was one of those who kind of overreacted to his comments over the international break. And while they still don't sit well with me, I think it is simply down to he was just stating fact. Maybe it's the way that he said it or kind of when he said it, because for me the timing was completely wrong. But I suppose he can't help it when he was asked the question. But he's been in incredible form.
I agree with you on that, though. I agree with you. Look, Matty, I overreacted as well. But for me, they still don't sit well. I still feel like we've been used for the Euro, so he can go out and have his big last hurrah for Wales, the big song and dance. And at the end of the day, Matty, he has a history on the international break of running his mouth.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually very true. I haven't thought about that. But look, once he's signed for our club, once he's wearing the jersey, let's hope he gets in that pitch and does the best that he possibly can. Brian C here with the €5.50 super chat. Brian, thank you so much. I really do appreciate everybody who sends in these super chats. Says spot on with the analysis, Matt and David. Massive game today. It's time for us to step up now. Brian, you're an absolute legend. Thank you for the kind words and the support. Really appreciate that. Arthur Ever tuning in.
Next time, my name has to be first.
No, not on my channel. It's me, Dave. You can have it on your channel. But you already stole the crown of Ireland's #1 Spurs fan. You're not taking this from me. Before we get the team news, we've Arthur tuning in. Says we must win today as Chelsea, Leicester lost. We must take our chances to move up. Arthur, you're a legend. Thank you for tuning in. Jiminy says happy you're back, Matty. We've got Skippy here as well, saying top 4 race getting super tight now. Hope you're both well. Skippy, we're absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for tuning in. Cody says Ireland's #1 Spurs fan, and Matty Hayes, glory Tottenham Hotspur lads. Cody, thank you for watching today. We have Charlie Maunders tuning in as well. And before we do get these lineups, there's one more super chat that we're getting from Dark Sung G. Thank you so much again. Look, I honestly mean it. Everyone tuning in with these super chats, you're an absolute hero, and it is massively, massively appreciated. Says, I'm really confident that we'll win the cup final since Son will be fresh after his injury and rest. I want to win today to break all hopes of Liverpool top 4 hope. And look, that win for Liverpool yesterday is a big one. Kabak and Phillips now played 4 games together, haven't conceded a goal yet. So Liverpool, like we said, in terms of when they get that blip, they could be coming into form towards the end of the season and maybe could be more of a competitor for that top 4 than we had initially realised. But David, the lineups are about to come out, and I don't want to go into this. We'll go into this in a second, Derek, but just want to get the lineups first. If Spurs would like to post them, they're taking their time today. Oh, still nothing there. This is awkward.
It's disappointing. They're keeping us suspense. Is it up?
No, all their tweets for the last 4 days have just gone. I think there's something wrong with my laptop.
Give me one second.
Here it is. It's here. And it's an interesting one. People calling for Jaffa Tanganga in right back. You have your wish. Let's run through this from back to front. Right, lineups are out. We have Hugo Lloris starting in goal. It is a back 4 of Jaffa Tanganga, Davinson Sanchez, Joe Rodon, and Sergio Reguilon. A midfield trio today of Højbjerg, Lo Celso, and Ndombele, and then Lucas, Kane, and Vinicius playing. So it's looking like Spurs remain in a 4-4-2 after that game against Aston Villa. I would assume Lo Celso out on the right-hand side there, Lucas on the left, Højbjerg and Ndombele in that middle, and Kane and Vinicius partner up front again. As Jiminy asked there, where is Sonny? We'll take away the super chat just for a second, and Sonny is on the bench along with Joe Hart, Eric Dyer, Harry Winks, Moussa Sissoko, Dele Alli, Eric Lamela, Gareth Bale, and Dane Scarlett. It's not the 11 I was expecting. I'll be completely honest with you. It's a strong bench, but David, what's your initial reaction to that lineup?
Look, I'm shocked, to be honest. I really did expect to see some back, and Vinicius probably drop out. I probably did expect Bale to be back. Interesting that there's no Toby Alderweireld again. No Serge Aurier. That's telling. I'm shocked, but I was speaking to Bob Spur last night. I was saying, do you think we could be a chance that we might try and match them up in midfield? That's happened today. We're matching them up in midfield. But look, with the two with Harry Kane and Vinicius playing up top, I do expect to see Kane probably drop a bit deeper, picking up the ball and being creative. But one thing that's brilliant is that if Reguilon or Tanganga do get down the sides and can get balls in, we've two players there attacking it, because I do think they're going to have three centre backs. So having two players in there attacking the ball and causing chaos, it's probably a wise move.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that one. And speaking of the three centre-backs that Newcastle may have, let's take a look at their lineup. They start with Martin Dubravka in goal. It is a back four only of Jacob Murphy. I assume Jacob Murphy in right back, Emil Kraft, Jamal Lascelles. No, it is a back five there. So Jacob Murphy, right wing back, three centre-backs of Emil Kraft, Jamal Lascelles and Paul Dummett. And then Matt Ritchie playing off the left. The three across the middle, Shelby, Longstaff and Almiron. And then Joe Linton partnering up front with Dwight Gale. So looking like a 5-3-2 there for Newcastle. And on the bench, they have Carl Darlow, Clark, Matty Longstaff, St. Maximan, Lewis, Hendrick, Manquillo, Willock and Anderson. So I suppose the big ones there is that there's no St. Maximan or Wilson. No St. Maximan in the starting 11 and no Wilson on the bench at all. So I suppose it's a bit of a relief for us that St. Maximan isn't starting the game, David, but he's a player who could cause us problems off the bench. Yeah, no, it's huge relief. And you know what's mad? Because a lot of Newcastle fans were actually expecting the two of them to return today. I know what was being banded around, but I was speaking to a couple of Newcastle fans and they were all expecting Wilson and St. Maximin to be back today. So that's a huge plus for us. That's their top scorer and their best player not starting. But like one thing I will say about Joe Linton, he scored against us before, and it seems like we're the only team he scored against. You know what I mean? But that him and Almiron, and who's the other lad that Almiron, Joe Linton, Dwight Gale, is it?
Yeah, Dwight Gale. They won't actually just stay in their positions. They all rotate across that front three, so they do. They all rotate and pick up different positions. So they are going to be tricky in that instance to mark. I just hope that, the likes of Roden and Tanganga have the experience to be able to pass the player across, not just let him wander across, but pass the message on to the next man. Look, he's coming across. Do you know what I mean? I hope that doesn't get us caught out, because look, Newcastle is shit. They are shit. We should be beating them.
Yeah, I think the organisation is going to be key back there, and it kind of begs the question: who's the man who's going to organise that? We'll bring up the Spurs lineup there again, but before we do, Arthur Everett back in the Matthew's Tottenham Blog YouTube channel memberships. Arthur, thank you so much. Like I always say, your support is unrivaled, and we really do appreciate you. The link is out for the call-in show. If you do want to call in any other channel member, we'll bring members on in about 5 or so minutes. But
what are you making the lineup, mate?
It's different. It's just different. I suppose I'd forgotten about that reversion to 4-4-2 in the game against Aston Villa. So I suppose I was just kind of naturally expecting the 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3. But I think it is going to be a basic block 4-4-2. Some people saying there could be a diamond, but I think it's going to be a simple 4-4-2 because it worked well against Villa. I think the most impressive thing about the system was we didn't play particularly well, but we never seemed to be in any sort of danger because of the basic kind of stubborn. Sturdy 4-4-2. Aston Villa couldn't find space in midfield. They kind of couldn't get in between or midfield nor defence, and it just worked quite well for us. And Newcastle are a very different proposition with different qualities, but there's also a lot that Villa can do that Newcastle can't. And if we're talking about the form of Newcastle, their last game before the international break was against Brighton, a massive game in their season, a relegation 6-pointer. They had, I think, 3 shots and 38% possession. They're not a good team. They do not play well. They're on an abysmal run of form. So I think to have this kind of lineup, it's not one where we're going to try and kill them. Like, we're not going for a 4-5-6-0 win. But what we're doing is setting up so that they will struggle to break us down at any point, but we can still play in an attacking way, if that makes any sense. Like, it's not a low block, but we're going to be stubborn, we're going to be sturdy, and we're going to be quite difficult to break down. And look, in terms
that there's certain players not in the squad.
I don't know. I think it's too difficult to read into it because you're looking at the comments Jose made after the game against Aston Villa in terms of the players who want to fight and all that. So I'm not surprised to see Tanganga and Roden there. I do think that is firmly down to their attitude and their kind of youthful energy and just wanting to make an impression on the team. The absence of Toby Alderweireld is one that confuses me. I know there's been a lot of reports about him potentially moving on. Club Brugge, I think in Belgium, one team that are interested in signing him. So maybe with Alderweireld, it is a point of him potentially moving on in the summer because you're looking at age, you're looking at the targets Tottenham have in the transfer window. We're looking for the natural replacements for him and Jan Vertonghen. But I can't imagine, like, if you're looking at players that probably don't deserve to be in that team because of attitude and because of their negative impact in the dressing room, I'd imagine Dele Alli and Gareth Bale were the top two there. But they're sitting on the bench, so it's kind of hard to maybe he's trying to find the balance between the attitude, but also he still wants the best players available. Because if we need a goal in the last 10-15 minutes, you can guarantee Dele and Bale will be coming off the bench, and they could definitely make an impact when they do come on. But I suppose the shape would probably be the first question. What do you think of that, David? Do you think it's a 4-4-2, or do you think maybe it is a diamond in midfield?
The reason why I think it could be set up like a diamond at the start is because another Newcastle fan did say to me that they do tend to play a diamond. They did play a diamond against Brighton, I believe. So he was saying you could see that again, but if you don't see Wilson and St. Maximin, you probably will see the diamond that they create in midfield, because it's the way they played against Brighton when they didn't have them as well. But for me, no, I think look, it's exactly the way we played against Villa, isn't it? Really, Matty. You know what I mean? You have Vinicius more or less up on the last man. You have Kane dropping deep, spraying balls, but also, you know, he's not too far deep where he can't get into the box and get on the end of things. I think it's going to be exactly what we saw against Villa. Oh, your mic, Matty.
Oh, my apologies. I muted it to cough. Yeah, look, I take that. I take the exact same thing that we saw against Villa, because it got us 3 points against a team that was always going to be difficult to beat. We have Dark Sung Ji here with another 10,000 South Korean won. Says, I want Bale, Scarlett's son, subbed on today, or I want Son to start for Man U for his return, exactly like he did earlier in the season. Vinny and Reguilon to score. I think no Toby because he'll be used for Man U. So some very good points there from Dark Sung Ji. I will touch on the one there about the subs, David. Who do you think Mourinho would look to if we do need a goal later on in the game on that bench?
Will you just run through the bench quickly again?
Yeah, we've got Joe Hart, Eric Dyer, Harry Winks, Moussa Sissoko, Dele Alli, Eric Lamela, Gareth Bale, Heung-min Son, and Dane Scarlett.
Gareth Bale, I think you definitely see come on. Son, I think if things aren't going well, I think you'll definitely see come on. Scarlett could be an interesting one. Look, if 3-0 up, you might see him come on for Kane, you might see him come on for Vinicius, but I wouldn't write off maybe seeing Moussa Sissoko come on as well, maybe in midfield if Dembele is tiring or Lo Celso either. Lamela, I think, did you say he was on the bench?
He is, yeah.
Yeah, Lamela would probably be one I think you definitely see sort of come on, especially if we're 2-3-0 up and you see us kind of retreating a little bit. You see Lamela come on, inject that energy, inject that passion, and running around.
I think we always know if Will Stewart is in the live chat because we mentioned Eric Lamela, he'll be in there giving out. But if you are here, Will, thanks for tuning in. Look, to everyone who is tuning in, there's 240 people watching live right now. If you are new to the channel and you don't know who I am, I'm Matt Hayes from the channel name. We do live Tottenham Watchalongs, the Tottenham Fan Voice podcast, live previews, reviews, extensive transfer videos. So please do hit that subscribe button if you are interested in that. Make sure to hit the like button on this stream. And while you're here, head over to the Irish Hotspur, whose channel will be tagged in the description below to go over. And look, he's on the road to 2K. Let's get him there. Let's get in there as quickly as we possibly can. David, do you want to tell us a bit about your channel before we continue on?
Yeah, well, first of all, I reached 1.7k last night, so big up everybody. You know, the road to 2k is well and truly on. Yeah, just the Irish Hotspur. Look, I do a lot of my shows live. I do a very good preview, I like to think, for the games. I do a couple of debates during the week, and then I do the thing where Tell Me Your Tottenham Story, which is a huge hit on the channel as well. So yeah, no, plenty of content to keep everybody occupied. I also have the members call-in show every Friday where you come on and tell me what you want to talk about to do with Tottenham and things like that. So, and I have a lot more coming as well. I just dropped a new series with Marcelo as well. The Matt Army be happy to hear the Matt Pack. It's called Frenemies. We done our first episode last week. It's truly entertaining. It's good crack. You know me and Marcelo, we can argue for hours. It's absolutely brilliant. So yeah, no, and there'll be more of that coming this week as well.
Absolutely incredible stuff. Do make sure to go over and check him out. Torres here says, found the channel randomly a few rounds ago, stuck about for the content. Thank you very, very much for that. Anyone, if you are hitting that subscribe button, do let us know in the live chat and we will give you a shout out for that. But taking a look here at the venue for today's game, it is, of course, St. James's Park up in what's looking like a sunny Newcastle today. David, it's a ground that, like I said, we do have a bit of history at. You know, I think the 2015 and 2016, or 2016 and 2017, the first games of the season, we went to Newcastle and we won 2-1 on the opening day. I think Kyle Walker-Peters actually ironically started both of those games. His only 2 ever good games for Spurs. But this is a stadium that we struggle at. It's a team we struggle against. Do you think that kind of history, the recent kind of voodoo we have, is going to come into play in this one? Or do you think it's purely down to who is better right now, and that you would assume is Tottenham?
No, look, it should come down to whoever's better right now. I get there's a hoodoo, but with how bad Newcastle are, there's no excuses. Look, we had so many chances against them at the start of the season, Matty. That game, I think we had like 20 chances. We took one. And we got punished for it. They went up the other end. They done their typical thing. Bring on Big Andy. Let him knock the ball down. Penalty. Absolute joke. So for me, the chances are there. We just have to take them today. If we don't win this, it's on us today. It's not on anybody else. It's not that Newcastle were good. It's not that Newcastle produced something special. I get they're fighting for relegation, but it's down on us and our players not doing the basics, not executing, and just not having the desire or the grit. But then it wouldn't surprise me if they lost today and went and showed up at United next week. It's just the sort of squad we have at the minute. But no, I fully expect us to win. Look, I think our last defeat at St James's Park. Well, one of the ones that sticks in my memory anyway was the one at the end of the season with Pochettino. Mm-hmm. That was a shock. I didn't see that one coming. But look, we should be winning today. Look, voodoo or not, it doesn't matter. These are awful. These are anti-football. Although I do want to say, though, it is a ground I've always wanted to go to see again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like an incredible ground. The away fans way up in the high stand behind one of the goals. Looks like an interesting day out. I'm sure the view isn't the best, but it's a fantastic ground, and there's always a great atmosphere, I suppose, there. The Newcastle fans among the best in the league. Aston Lambert says, I've just subscribed, been a Spurs fan all my life. Come on, you Spurs. Aston, thank you so much for that. It is massively appreciated. A road here as well saying, just subscribe to the Irish Hotspur as well. Let us know if you do subscribe to David. Absolute legends in the chat today. Let's
see the power of the map pack. Let's see how many you can get me to 1.8k today. Let's see how many you can get me towards it.
Let's do it. There's 260 people watching right now, so I'm sure 100 of you can go over and subscribe to David. But make sure to come back here straight after, because we don't want these.
Do it after the stream. But let's see. By midnight tonight, I want to see the power of the map pack.
Let's do it. Let's do us proud, lads. Steve here tuning in said, hey Matt and David, I'm working at the moment, so going to miss the first half. Hopefully the boys can get a decent result today. I'm going for a 3-1 Spurs win. Steve, thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you in the second half. But yeah, look, we need to get that win. Hopefully the lads can get the result, and we'll go through our score predictions as well a little later on.
I think someone might be coming down with a stomach bug to get home and watch the first half, Matty.
you know what you got to do, Steve. We are Tottenham TV here tuning in. Always an absolute honour having these guys in the live chat. Says, hey lads, thoughts on Aurier and Alderweireld, both declared ill for the Villa game. Both went on international duty and now left out of the squad again. Aurier one start in the last 8 Premier League games. It's a really good point. And David, we kind of spoke about that before the Villa game, that you kind of have to take with a pinch of salt news that players are ill. But look, they went to international duty and they're out here again. Maybe you're right. Maybe there is a more upsetting reason that they are out of the squad. What do you think?
That's what I was thinking when I didn't see them today, because I definitely expected Toby to be back, to be honest with you. I thought that was a shoo-in. With Aurier, being honest, I don't think Mourinho's forgiven him that time when he walked out at half-time and went and sat on the bus. I don't think he's been forgiven for that. And now the fact that we're out of Europa League and we can more or less just play and rely on people that want to be here, people that aren't causing a nuisance, people that that aren't trying to sway other opinions in the dressing room. I suppose you can just cut them aside now and say, well, look, I had to use you till there. You're being paid, so I'm going to do what I have to do. But now, you're being punished for what you've done. You never do that to my team ever again. Alderweireld, not quite sure what's going on there. Not 100% sure. Is it to do with age and maybe a slight dip in performances? Because I still think he's our best defender. I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm really not. Look, maybe, just maybe he's being safe for United again.
Yeah, look, I think that is possible. You're right about Toby earlier in the season when you said kind of around that January area that he was being rested. Perhaps he's just been saved for kind of a more congested area of the season when we could do with a bit more rotation. And you were right about that one. And we've got some super chats flying in right now. We've got Jordan Stevens with the £5. Jordan, thank you so much. You're an absolute hero. Says, I think Villa lineup and this lineup are telling of who Jose believes has the right attitude. No surprise some of our flip-flop players left out. Look, I suppose following on from the question that David asked, it's a good point. Look, the exact same lineup, it's not something we often see from Jose Mourinho, but maybe it tells a bit more into that into what is actually going on in the dressing room than we thought. But Jordan, thank you so much for the super chat.
Can I just give Benji a quick shout out, because he came on the fan show the other day and he had my member show and he didn't have to do it, so I just want to give him a quick shout out. Absolute legend. Big up Jordan as well. He was sick during the week, so Jordan, I hope you're feeling better, lad.
I hope you're feeling better, Jordan. Absolutely. Jackson G here with 5,000 South Korean won says, I hope we beat Newcastle today. Like we did last season when we beat them 3-1. I feel like we will, since we have better players, Pierre, Reguilon and Tanganga. Look, that's true. We have a better squad than we do last season. We're kind of more I wouldn't say we're on better form. We're more consistent. Like, we of course changed a manager last season, and Jose trying to figure out his best 11. I think he's still in the process of trying to get that best 11. But I feel like a lot of the positions are kind of nailed down now. You're looking at Reguilon, the players you mentioned. I suppose Tanganga looking to make that right back position his own, and of course Højbjerg in the middle of the park, unrivaled in that Spurs team. Thank you very much for that, Dark Sung Ji. We've got Loves Music with the £5 super chat. Says Matty Hayes, the Irish Hotspur, and Ali Gold, the voice of reasons for all things Spurs. Come on, you Spurs, Jose in. Well, look, to be put in the same sentence as someone like Alistair Gold is an absolute privilege. Really appreciate that. Loves Music. Very, very generous in you. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the kind words.
Fellow followers, to be put in a name with like someone like Jose, it means a lot.
There we go. We got Brad Matthews with the £5 as well. So it's happy Easter, lads. First day off in 2 weeks for me. So looking forward to 3 points today. Look, happy Easter to everybody who's celebrating as well. Brad, thank you for the super chat. And I'm glad you're getting your day off for the return of Premier League football. Thank you so much for that. And we got a new channel member as well. We got Thomas Whitney becoming a YouTube member. Thomas, thank you so much. If you do want to call in and have your say in this game, make sure to head over to the members only community feed. There will be a link there for you to come on and chat all things Spurs with myself and David. But speaking of members, we got everybody's favorite channel member ready to come on today. It's Arthur Everett. Arthur, how are you today?
I'm fine. Are you okay?
Yeah, we're all good. All good. We've missed you on the call-in show. It's been a while. How are you getting on?
I'm fine. I wasn't, because I didn't think you was on the call-in thing. That's why I haven't been on there. I do apologise. I will make sure that
I want to see you, Matty. That's what you say.
No need to apologise at all, Arthur. It's always there in the well, look, I'm back. We're back. What do you make of that lineup, Arthur?
I haven't heard the lineup.
Well, I'll get it up for you there now. It's the same as it was against Aston Villa. We'll just run through it there pretty quickly. We've got Hugo Lloris starting in goal. Right back is Tanganga. In the centre back is Sanchez and Rodin. Then Sergio Reguilon on the left. The midfield is Højbjerg, Ndombele, Lo Celso, and Lucas. And then Kane and Vinicius up front.
That sounds good. That sounds a good lineup to me. But it's a game that we must win. Mm-hmm. We must win this game today, no matter what cost. I don't care if we play bad. We must win the game. Because Chelsea and Leicester both lost yesterday, so that's done us a favour. A win today puts us in top 4, which then we've got to go on a run of at least 5 games of winning.
We absolutely do.
We have to win today. That's the most important thing to do, is win today.
And do you think if we do win today that the top 4 is a genuine, realistic expectation for us, given how poor our season has been so far? Do you think we can get back into the Champions League?
Yes, I do. The tide is turning for Spurs. As long as we win today, then the tide is turning for us. We will be in the top 4.
Arthur, what do you think of Aurier and Toby not in the squad today?
Sanchez and Rodon play well when they was together. The last game they played, I thought they played really well. So yeah, I'm pleased with that too. Playing, perhaps he's. Oh no, we're not in the thing, are we?
Knocked out of the Europa
League, aren't we? I forgot.
Oh, typical Spurs. Did you have that bit of hope when they rip it away from you? I suppose one competition we are still in, Arthur, is of course the Carabao Cup with the final 3 weeks from today. Do you think if we build a bit of form, get a couple of wins together in the Premier League, that could put us in good stead heading into that cup final?
Definitely. Perhaps he's saving Toby for that. You never know. I think we're Manchester City's bogey team, really, because we have beat them a few times. There's not many times that we lose to them. I think I personally think that we are their bogey team, and I think we'll beat them. In fact, I know we'll beat them.
I love that confidence.
So I'm not worried about Man City. We will definitely win that Carabao Cup.
Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first from the legend that is Arthur Everett. We're going to win that Carabao Cup. But look, speaking of bogey teams, Arthur, one of ours is Newcastle, who of course we do face today. Do you think we'll get over the line and get to 3 points?
Yes, We've got to get over the line. I want to see those players give blood today. Not acting. It's a saying that I want to see them give them sweat and 90-minute game. I want to see them play for Spurs, play for the shirt and what it means to Spurs fans all over the world, that you have got to win to get us in that top 4. They know they've got to win, and they've got to win it. And I want to see them go out and play for Spurs, play for that badge, play for all the fans, play for yourself, and get us in that top 4 today. No arguments, no nothing. I don't accept no draws or bad play. We've got to win, and that's what I want. Is a winner.
Love that. We got to get you in the dressing room someday, Arthur. We got to get you, Arthur and David in that dressing room, and we'd win every single game. I'm telling you right now, getting that team motivated, telling them what they need to do. Absolutely love it. But Arthur, look, before we do let you go, do you want to give us your score prediction for this one?
3-0.
3-0. As confident as ever, Arthur. Absolutely love it. Thanks so much for calling in, and it's good having you back on the show.
That's all right. Bye-bye, everybody.
See you, Arthur.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
I'll see you, Arthur. You enjoy the game. Put your feet up and have a beer, my man. You sound a bit stressed out. Enjoy the game.
I will. Bye-bye.
See you, Arthur.
See you, Arthur.
Always a fantastic call when Arthur does call in. We've got a few super chats here to get through again. We've got Dark Sung Ji with the 5,000 South Korean won, says, if we keep on using Tanganga until the end of the season, I think we can sell Aurier and Doherty and buy a right back to rotate with Tanganga next season. Well, Dark, again, thank you so much. I do mean it for those super chats. You're an absolute legend. Dave, what do you think about that? Do you think Tanganga could become our main right back?
Look, he has potential. It's obvious that Jose Mourinho sees him as a right back, and reports are coming out that Jose is going to be here next season regardless. Mm-hmm. So, look, the fact that Jose came out in his press conference and says, look, he's probably a bit small to be playing centre-back. I see him as a long-term right back. He just needs to improve his attack and runs, and his crossing means that Jose is clearly trying to convert him to the right back because, look, he's a very good defender. We can already see that he has all the attributes to be a very, very good defender. So if we can get him going down that right back, that's brilliant because it means we can sell Serge Aurier or Doherty, or even both, and then just bring in someone to come and compete with Tanganga, or someone that's better than Tanganga, and Tanganga can learn the role off of. So it'll be absolutely perfect. Fair comment by Dark Sung Ji. Yeah,
fair comment as always. Thank you very much for that, Derek. We got Saurav here with the 5,000 or $5 Canadian. Says, cheers lads, not sure why Chobi is not selected and why Stinks and Sissoko on the bench. Can we get rid of them already? Going for 3-0. Come on, you Spurs. Look, I suppose for me anyway, we need midfield backup on that bench. Of course, Skip and Harvey White on loan. Devine probably not at that level just yet. Maybe it is kind of a reflection of our lack of depth in midfield, but I think we have to have someone there on that bench. And if Winks and Sissoko are the only ones available, then we do need them there. As for Toby, I think as we were saying earlier, missed that game against Villa through illness, then played for Belgium over the international break, and he's out again. Maybe he's been rested. I think Sané is here making that point. Played 3 games during the international break. Maybe he's being rested for United, or maybe there is something a bit more to that. But look, only time will tell. We'll have to wait until the summer really to figure out if it is a case of him moving on or if it is just a fitness issue or something like that. Thank you, Saura, for the super chat. Jackson G here as well with the 10,000 South Korean won. You're killing it today. Thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying that paycheck that I'm sure you got in the last couple of days. Says hopefully we can repeat the results for Southampton, Leeds, Sheffield and Man U. Those games were high scoring games. If we can top 4s or we beat Man City in competitions. So I think we will look at the Champions League most recently. We of course knocked City out in the quarterfinal. But look, mentioning some games there, Southampton, Leeds, Sheffield United and Man U. We play all 4 of those teams in our last 7 games. They're teams we've beaten heavily already this season. David, is everything pointing towards a real push for that top 4 for Spurs?
No, 100% it is. Look, with the likes of Chelsea, Liverpool, they still have Europe to contend with. United, they still have Europe to contend with. Mm-hmm. So that's going to play effect on some of their league games, I'm sure. Look, I said when Europe was coming back around, I do think United's league results would dip, and that has so happened. So, look, it's in our hands, mate. It's firmly in our hands. We have the easiest run of fixtures. Like you said, we've teams that we bet big at the start of the season. You know what I mean? And just get out there, beat them again. But what this period of games will tell us is how much some of these players really want to be here, how much they really want to win, and how much they really want to be making Champions League football and playing Champions League football next year. And if we do end up getting top 4, and it's more or less what we're seeing now that carries us there, you'd probably have to put your hands up at the end of the season and say probably what Jose was saying throughout the season and everything else was probably correct.
Yeah, no, it could have been, and I'm sure a lot of people will be upset to admit that, but it could very well be the truth. We've got Bob's for TV here tuning in, says, massive game today. If we win well again today, Jose needs to keep this 11 as his strongest going forward. So glad Tanganga is starting, our number 1 right back potentially. Couldn't agree with you more, Bobby. And Bobby, if you do want to come on and have a quick chat with us about that lineup, just drop me a message there on Twitter and I'll send you the link. And same to Cody Mack, who's in that live chat as well. Just drop me a message and we'll get you on.
Cody Mack's so funny, and Bob Spurs such a legend. Great analysis, Bob Spurs. So it'd be good fun to have to do it, man. Get
on here, lads. Message me on Twitter if you do want to, or if you can. No worries if you can't. Jeremy Smith here with the £5 super chat. Jeremy, thank you very, very much. You're a legend. I really do appreciate that. Says, we have to stick with Jose. I've been a Spurs fan since the early 70s, and I want to see us win something big before my time is up on this earth. Look, Jeremy, hopefully that'll happen at the end of this month. That cup final is, like we always say, Jose is, I call him the knockout king. Look, he'd won every league he'd been in till he came to us. But look, he's over 90 minutes. Jose can beat anybody. He's a tactical genius. And I think another thing that people aren't quite mentioning is how Pep Guardiola often overthinks things. You look at their Champions League quarter-final last season against Lyon, a game that they should have won, a game they would have been expected to win over 90 minutes, of course, due to the delay in the competition played in Portugal. And he overthought things. He switched to 3 at the back, and they were beaten 3-1 by a subpar French side. So look, maybe it is something we can get. If Guardiola overthinks, we can catch him out on this one. But look, I don't want to go too much into the cup final because, of course, it's Newcastle today. But David, I know if I say this to you, you can ramble on, but give us 60 seconds as to why you think Jose needs to stay at this club.
Look, I think Jose needs to stay because, for me, with the squad we've had, he's been able to foresee problems coming, and that, in my opinion, he's been able to change things. So for me, I think he's getting the best out of this squad. With him and some other certain players in the team, I do think they are trying to drag Tottenham through to the end of the season with top 4 still on. That is partly because other teams have been poor. The Premier League has been probably a poor Premier League this year. But for me, the problem was here before Jose got here. The problem with the likes of Dele, Aurier, Winks, players like that. The problem with the squad that needed rotating was here before him. So for me, I think no matter whether it's him or another manager, but obviously I want him, I do think give him another 4 or 5 players, he will deliver success. It's already been a promising season so far, so it can definitely be a promising season next season with 4 or 5 more players that he wants.
Absolutely love that. Jordan Stevens here with another £5. Jordan, thank you very much. Massively appreciated. Says, we don't just want Champions League football next season. We want to compete in the Champions League. So it is do or die for a summer this board. And I've kind of said that it's one thing getting into the Champions League and just being there for the journey, but that's not what we want. We were in a Champions League final less than 2 years ago, and part of me is kind of happy that we're not in the Champions League this season, because you imagine this team that lost 3-0 to Dynamo Zagreb. Imagine if we had been going out playing Bayern Munich or going out playing Barcelona. I think in what is a transition period for the team, perhaps it's best that we weren't up against Europe's elite and kind of being battered, because imagine what that would do for the mentality and stuff. But it is do or die for this board, the summer for the board. It's a massive one for the club, for the manager, for the players of this team. It is huge for our club, and hopefully we will get through that unscathed. And look, everyone, if you do want to keep up to date with all the transfer news, do make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, and I can assure you won't miss a thing. The commentary second. Oh, go on.
Sorry, just on the Champions League thing. If we do qualify for Champions League, Matty, what it does allow us, it's revenue that we know is guaranteed to come in. So it does allow us to be able to buy probably an extra player or two. Also with what Levy can give us as well. In terms of being able to compete in the Champions League next season. So it would help probably fund, a couple of players and help this rebuild along. And just to the people out there with the super chats, honestly, guys, you don't know how hard Matt works, and it's absolutely massive for you guys to show your support to the guy and try and get him here full time. He's doing an absolute amazing job supporting the channel and everything else, and just keep it up, because Matty is definitely going to make it. You know what I mean? And you guys are a big, massive part of it. So thank you so much.
Cheers to that, David. I really appreciate that. And from me as well, thank you to everyone sending in those super chats. It is, like David said, it really, really helps a lot. and it is hugely appreciated. We got Rob here from the Last Minute Winner podcast. Rob, thank you for tuning in. Always good to see you in the live chat. Says Big Four has now been broken up: Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and United. But there's new groups now. Do you think you belong in a second or third group? Personally, I wouldn't say there are groups anymore, because like, what team can you say over the last 5 seasons has finished consistently in that top 4, looking beyond probably Manchester City, who just kind of bought their way in there? And like United don't do it, Chelsea don't do it. Spurs had been for 5 or 6 years, but we've now kind of fallen away. So I suppose if we do fit into any sort of group, it would probably be the top group. Because if you think we got Champions League, it was a 4 or 5 seasons in a row, miss out on it once. If we get back in this season, given how poor we've been, I think we could potentially be one of those teams in the Big Four. But I'm not sure that those groups have formed just yet. I think there's a lot of things to be figured out amongst teams over the next couple of years that will decide a lot. We've got Holly here tuning in, says Coys, afternoon both. Holly, thank you so much for tuning in. Always a pleasure to see you in the live chat. Now, we were talking about the power of the Matt Army trying to get David to 1.8k subscribers. Holly is on 956 subscribers as we speak, okay? We're going to get her to 1,000. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spam the link to Holly's channel in the live chat there. And all we need of the 300 people watching is 44 of you to go over and subscribe to Holly and get her to that 1k mark. No one deserves it more than her. She puts out fantastic content all the time, puts a lot of effort into her channel. So please head over to Holly's channel, get her to 1,000 subscribers. She absolutely deserves it, and we can do that here today. We got a super chat here from Dark Sung G, says, if Tanganga and Roden play well today, like they did against Villa, that proves that they are most hardworking in training. Also, it shows passion. And look, if we're going to talk about passion, if we're going to talk about hardworking, if we're going to talk about the Welsh Maldini, there's only one man that we can bring on to have his say on this super chat. And he's sitting in the back room now, and we're going to bring him on. Marcelo, how are you doing?
Come on.
I didn't think I was gonna make it.
Well, you're here.
I literally stayed up at 3 o'clock trying to help my parents with the Easter, and I was like, "There's no way. I don't think I can wake up." But you know what, bro? I don't know. It was something about Spurs, something about Matty Hayes. The energy was there, and I'm ready to go. Let's go. So I'm a little bit tired, but we're here, baby. We're here. We got
That's all that matters. All that matters.
He was sitting there. He was watching. He was feeling the energy. He says it's good vibes. I have to come on. I have to bring a bit of the samba to the party.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So you're here for the whole stream now. You're not just phoning in.
Oh no. I mean, as long as Maddie can have me.
You're here.
No, brilliant.
You're here as long as you want, Marcelo. You're here as long as you want. Now, before we get to the super chat, I do want to say, Holly from 956 is now on 985 subscribers. So 32 of you have already gone over it. Just 12 more people get over there and subscribe to Holly and get her to the big 1k. There's like 15 more. My maths is all over the place. 15 people head over there and get her to 1k. She's now so close. We can do this. But while we're waiting for that to happen, Marcelo, on the super chat, Tanganga and Roden, they're hardworking, they're passionate. What do you make of their inclusion again today?
Hey man, this is what I've been wanting from Jose since the beginning of the season, and he's taking all the right steps. If we lose, I can't really blame him. That's for me the lineup I would have gone with. I can't blame my manager for going for a lineup that I personally would have gone with. And it looks like he's not playing the Dyers. It looks like he's not playing the French players anymore, and it's a good thing, man. It's a good thing because if this guy is going to proceed in the future, that's what I want to see. I want to see my manager being able to own up and fix his mistakes as he goes. So I think it's a great lineup. I think having Lo Celso back with Endon Baller is it's very good. I was surprised to see Reguilon. I heard he had a knock, so I was very surprised to see him. I thought this might have been Sirkin's debut, if I'm going to be honest with you, Maddie. But it wasn't meant to be. But Reguilon, fantastic player. And I think the combination between Tanganga and Rodon just brings that new fresh blood that I've been saying that we need.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you. We got Dark Sun G here again with the 5,000 South Korean won. I say Dark Sun G is paying my paycheck at this moment. Says, how long has it been since all three of you guys were in the watch along together? It felt like years. It's been a while. We don't always get the chance to do this, but what I can say is all three of us will be here for the cup final 3 weeks from today. It was tough to get it done. Marcelo had a lot of moving around to do.
I had to nag about 8 different people to get that day off. I literally said I'm working a holiday just to get that day off. But you know what? That day is a holiday, so it's all good for me, dog. It's all good for me.
Love it.
And
Well, look, I'm glad we're going to be here.
Marcelo decided to show up as well, because I was saying to everybody yesterday on my stream that I can't wait for the three of us to be back together. It's been a while, the three of us are back together. And then I woke up to Marcelo saying he might not be here. I was like, I'm after lying to the Harris Army. You know what I mean? Everyone's going to cane me today. But Marcelo showed up. No, I can't wait for this now, the three of us here. And the cup final, of course, is going to be brilliant. I'm just saying now, if we do win, as soon as the final whistle goes, I'm out of here and I'm over to the Owl lads with a crate of beer, and I'm going celebrating with them.
I love it, absolutely. Look, it's not just the three of us who are going to be here for the next little bit. We do have Cody Mack who's going to come on and have a quick chat with us. Cody, how are you getting on today?
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Nice to see the Three Musketeers back together. Marcelo, hype it up, boy. Let's go.
Look, Chelsea, they fumbled against, West Brom. They said it was only West Brom, but, when we beat them, but I guess, to them, they were like prime Barcelona, baby. So, Chelsea is flopping it. Tottenham is here to get top 4, and we can do it. Newcastle, they have been terrible, man. And you know what? We got the man himself up front. We got Harry Kane, and he is ready. He is ready today. He's gotten his rest. Sonny's in the bench, and he is ready to go. So now, though, bro. So we can get top 4. Today is the day we prove that we can get top 4. We're going to beat the, we're going to go over the scum. We're going to go over the red, I'm not going to swear, but we're going to go over the red, effers. It's going to be good, bro. We're going to be good. And then we're going to pump Oil FC, bro, in the final, top 4. Trophy. That's all we wanted. Come on, you Spurs.
Absolutely love the hype. And look, if we're talking about trademarks on this channel, there's no better way to follow the Marcelo hype than with the David Harris Harry Kane hair prediction. Are you ready, David?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm always ready. I love this. My favorite part.
Tell us.
Oh, lad, he's scoring. I'm not even messing. Look how good that is, right? It's flat. There's no bounce in it today. It's flat. It's perfectly slicked back. He's gone for the 007. He's getting jealous of me calling Simoff We Are Tottenham TV James Bond. He's gone for that look today, and I'm telling you now, he is going to score today, and he is going to rip it up. He is ready. He also looks like to me that he's going to drop back a little bit, create things. But trust me, looking at him here today, he is ready. As soon as I seen him, I'm not messing. I got super excited, man. It's the most excited I've been all week. What a guy, what a man. Harry Kane, king of the lane, number 10. He is scoring today. Best number 10 in the world. Let's go. Let's do this.
Well, look, you heard it there first. Harry Kane scoring
sorry,
today.
I didn't mean that.
Oh, you're fine. Don't worry about it. We are Tottenham TV as well here, so let's go. See you guys later. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Always massively appreciate your presence in the live chat. And look, it's not just 4 of us that we're going to have now, because Bob Spur TV, Mr. Bobby Singh is here as well. Bobby, how are you getting on?
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. I've never seen someone getting so passionate about someone's hairdo like Stacey's just done. So, but understandably, I think he's right. His hair normally reflects the way he's going to play, and he's looking sharp today. He's
looking fast. He's looking aerodynamic. You know what I mean? Like he's flying out there today. Absolutely. Maybe not quite as aerodynamic as me, but he's up there.
He's right up there. But look, we've got a super chat here from Dark Sung Ji. Says with 5,000 South Korean won again. You are incredible, Dark Sung Ji. Thank you so much for that. Says Marcelo, do you think even the second place spot is open since Man U and Leicester are only 1 point apart? Since I do, if we win, we are 6 points off second. So we'll come to each of you about that. Marcelo, we start with you because apparently you're the one he wants.
I think that's a little bit too far of a stretch. Second place will be hard. We got some tough matches, man. Like, and the Premier League is so tough right now. There's so many good teams, and I think third place is possible. I would say this. I think, with Leicester dropping points and, Chelsea, I always said it. I was never impressed with Chelsea. I think you even said it, Cody. Chelsea's going to drop points somehow. We haven't been impressed with them. And you're right. They got slapped up by, West Brom at home, the same West Brom we beat. So, I guess they're not that good. So, I think third place is possible. But second place too far of a stretch. I think Man United is just a very good team. I think they'll get that second place.
Yeah. What should we make of that, Cody?
Well, you know what? I think if we're looking at the table, is it unlikely? Yes. But it's a season where anything can happen. And I think that's what we should be gunning for. We should be looking up that far in the table because you know what? If you set your goals high like that, it just means that it's more likely that we can get fourth or whatever. But yeah, I think Manchester United are gettable for sure because they're going to be in Europa. They're going to be playing midweek games. They're going to have divided focus. And yeah, it's just a season where expect the unexpected. So especially considering we've got that game, like next week is just so huge. I don't want to look past Newcastle, but I mean, yeah, we win that game against Manchester United. Absolutely. Second place still open.
Yeah.
It isn't. Bobby, like Cody said there, it's a season where you expect the unexpected. Anything can happen. You look at Chelsea losing 5-2 at home to West Brom yesterday. Is this just the type of season that a Spurs team, people call like a dinosaur version of Jose, which I massively disagree with, but a year where everything looks like it's going to go wrong for Spurs, for us to just creep into that top four?
Yeah, regarding top four, the facts of it is that if Wolves beat West Ham, it's in our hands. Simple as. It is in our hands. And secondly, the only reason why I've got a bit of faith in us finishing higher than fourth is because of the inconsistency of the season. Put Man City to one side. We all know that's a foregone conclusion.
They're one.
But
yeah.
The likes of Man United, Leicester, Chelsea now was, it's because of their inconsistencies makes me believe that we can achieve more. In the 8 games, only 3 of them were away. We have to play Man United and Leicester City. So if we take points off both of those and they lose or draw a couple of games, who knows, Matt? Who knows, mate?
Who knows? That's the thing. It just could be. It could be anything. It could be absolutely anything. We could finish first for all I know. City get done by financial fair play. They get all their stuff taken off them, and then just there we are.
That's it.
Finishing top of the table.
No, listen. If we finish second and then they broke the rules, so they put us first, I'll take that, bro. I'm lifting that Premier League. I'm crying. I'm running around.
And when you say Jose finished second with a worse Man United team as well,
yeah,
he called that his biggest achievement, didn't he? Yeah.
He did. He said that everybody laughed at him, and look at what that team. Well, I suppose they're doing better now, but in the last couple of years, I just do want to say the Mad Army, the people watching this watch along, you're absolutely incredible. Holly has just hit 1,000 subscribers. Everyone in that live chat, you're absolute legends. Give yourself a pat in the back. Congratulations, Holly, on reaching 1K. It is massively deserved. I'm sure you're going to celebrate that. We were during your post-match show a little bit later. Holly says 1K party. Thank you, Matt, and to David yesterday too. Big love to you both in the Spurs community. Now we just need to win. Absolutely, Holly. Big love to you as well. Thank you for tuning in today, and hopefully it's a game that we enjoy. Look, speaking of that game, Cody, it's Newcastle are a side that in recent weeks have been probably the worst team I've ever watched in the Premier League in terms of quality, the way they play, the way they approach games. Even their fan base are saying it as well. Do you think this is exactly the type of game that Spurs will lose?
No, absolutely not. No, I'm definitely not going to get that feeling in the pit of my stomach that there's a trap door underneath us. It's about time that we took control of one of these opportunities that we've been gifted, because let's face it, there's been probably 4 or 5 times where we've had teams around us dropping points and we haven't been able to take advantage of it, as early as the West Ham second leg, No, absolutely. We have to batter them today. And not only do we have to win, but I think we have to look good doing it. I want to see us look like a top 4 squad out there today, because you know what? It's not good enough to just sneak out a 1-0 win and sit back like we have in the past. It's time for us to put our hands on the wheel and take control. And that's what I like when I see that lineup, is that it looks to me like the Villa lineup was not just a message. It was a course correction. Jose is saying, enough is enough. You guys have had your chance. It's time for the players who want to show fight to be in there. And I'm totally looking forward to this. Honestly, bold prediction, Snarlos Vanastias is going to have 3 goal involvements today. Absolutely.
Oh my God, I would love to see that. Imagine that. We got Brandon Sebastian here, says make sure to Ric Flair that like button. Absolutely, go ahead and smash that like button. Let's see if we can get to 200 before the game kicks off. We're on 140 now, but we've seen the power of the Mad Army already today. Let's do it again. Let's get to 200 likes before this one starts. Numer says you're the best YouTube channel. I really appreciate that. But look, like I said, all of some fantastic Spurs channels out there. We got some of them on the panel live with us today, and of course, Holly in the live chat as well. But thank you very much for those kind words. Bobby, I suppose Rob saying Toon Army for today only. I need to take away his mod status. Bobby, it's the same lineup.
I just have to fly off for 1 second, lad. I have something in my eye, man. I can barely see. I'll be back in 1 minute. I'm just going to go off and I'll come back in.
Yeah, no worries. Go ahead. Bobby, it's the same team that played against Aston Villa before the international break. It's, I suppose, a bit of a surprise for me that it's the exact same 11. But do you think it's a statement from Jose and a statement for the players that he has included?
Yeah, definitely. I think we did a preview with Dave yesterday, and I did say in an ideal world, I hope he really stays with Vinny, and he rests Sonny. And we didn't expect it though. For like Cody says, it's not just a point now. It's become a fact. This is going to be most likely his strongest 11. That's what he's putting across to everyone out there. This is my first 11. You want to get into it? Show us what you're made of. Yeah, it's good that and I think the players will rub off the confidence that Jose's showing towards them as well. Talking of milestones, can I just mention I hit 100 subscribers yesterday.
Come on.
Let's go, Bobby.
Come on.
Congratulations
Bobby.
to you, Bobby.
I'm getting there slowly but surely, mate. Slowly but surely.
Come on.
Look, that's another channel people need to get over to and subscribe to. Bobby just hit 100. He's on the road to 1K. I don't think we can get him there today. I think 900 might be a bit of a stretch. But,
hey, you never know.
You never know the power of YouTube, the power of social media. But do head over to Bobby and make sure to subscribe there as well. Oh, look at this. Creator says this is the best Tottenham Watchalong channel I've ever seen. Creator, you're an absolute hero. Thank you so much for those kind words.
I do need to point out. I'm actually watching the match. I'll be going in about 2-3 minutes. Bob Spurs Jr. is waiting there with 2 litres of Coke and 15 bags of crisps. So he's waiting. It's me and Bob Spurs Jr. today. Yeah, there you go. So,
I'm ready to give a score prediction.
Shooting off in a couple of weeks. I've been saying 3-1 all season. All season. All
season. You're ready for this game, are you, Bobby?
I'll look ahead. Yeah. But 3-1, and I still 3-1. Believe that. With the firepower we've got today, no reason why we can't score more. So yeah, 3-1 for me, buddy. Does
Bob Spur Jr. want to give his score prediction?
No, I think he's already high on sugar at the moment with the Coke. So if I can get him down, maybe. But obviously it is always. We could be playing Bayern Munich with our youth team, and he'd go 10-0 or something stupid like that. So
I love the confidence.
It's all good. But yeah, all fantastic. Good luck with the watch along, and hopefully chat to you later. Come on, you Spurs.
Yeah. Come on, you Spurs.
Thanks a million, Bobby.
Cheers.
See you. Cody, we'll have to get your score prediction as well. How do you see this one panning out?
3-0. No other result. 3-0. Absolutely. I don't see Newcastle offering much, and I'm certainly hoping that we don't have that one mistake that we did in the first time around. So yeah, 3-0 is what I'm looking for, and I'm looking for it to be stylish as well. But I'm going to hop off. My internet can't support more than one task. We got pretty crappy internet here in Canada. But yeah, come on, Maddie. Come on, Marcelo. Come on, David. Come on, you Spurs. Glory, boy.
Come on.
Let's go.
Come on, let's go.
Come on, you Spurs. Thanks,
I'll
really,
see
Cody.
You. Come on.
We have to have the two of those guys back on very, very soon. Really enjoyed their input there. Thank you very much to Bobby and to Cody. Everyone, make sure to get your score predictions in the live chat right now. We're going through as many of those as we can. We've Wayne Bonner saying 3-0 Spurs minimum. Wayne, as always, good to see you tuning in. We got Jeremy Taylor saying 3-0, and Roon saying it'll be either 1-1 or 5-0. And I think that is the most accurate representation of this game, where we'll see that one going. Marcelo, what's your score prediction for this one?
Newcastle's our bogey team, man. As bad as they are, and they are bad. I'll tell you this, Matty. I can't, out of all the teams that are fighting relegation, they're definitely the worst one. I can't believe they're not in the relegation zone right now with the way they play. But I will say this, if you remember when we played them at home, we beat them off the park. We got we hit the post 8 times. For some reason, Newcastle's just always that team. But I think we won't make it through. I'm going to go 2-0 Spurs. 2-0
Spurs. Love it. Rowan says, where's David? He'll be back in 2 seconds. Just had to pop off for a minute. We've Neil saying 4-1. Christopher says 3-1. John says 2-0 with a Kane brace. I'm going to go for a win as well. I'm going to go for a 3-1 because I'm not entirely sure we're going to keep a clean sheet. I think we did quite well against Villa. But I think, as there always is with this team, there'll be an air of complacency. And maybe Newcastle might catch one on the counter-attack if St. Maximan comes off the bench or something like that. But maybe even grab one from a set piece. I think Spurs have too much for them today. I think we'll go out and win this one comfortably.
Can I ask you one thing? Did you check the Newcastle lineup? Is there any Callum Whistle?
No, he's not. He's not even on the bench. He's not in the squad.
I don't think they're going to score. He's practically. I mean, look, I've seen some crazier things, man. But I just don't see Joe Linton. Hitting a ball, let alone scoring a goal, man.
But
that guy is poor, dude.
He's done it to us before. It's always the worst players that score against Spurs. I'll never forget Mario Balotelli's only ever Premier League goal for Liverpool was a last-minute winner against Tottenham, and that is the most typical Spurs thing you can ever say about anything to do with football. It is Balotelli, his only Premier League goal for Liverpool was a winner against Spurs. Look, we've come to expect things like that. It's the same with the goalkeepers always having an absolute worldie when they come up against Spurs. But look, with Kieran Cousins saying Sonny is scoring. Sonny back on the bench, and there is a bit of a quote there from Alistair Gold with regards to Son, which I've now just lost because my thing is reloaded. But basically, Jose Mourinho was saying it's too much of a risk to play him for 90 minutes. It says here, it's a little early for Son, and with muscular injuries, you always have to be careful. He couldn't play 90 minutes today. It would be too much of a risk, and to be on the bench to be able to come later is probably the best option for us. So the likes of Son, Bale, Dele, Scarlett on that bench, Marcelo, Lamela as well, we could have a nice bit of an impact from there.
No, it's a good bench. It's a bench that you can actually look at and see, hey, we got some attacking choices. I think the 4-4-2 actually suits us very well. I don't know why. I actually kind of really like the 4-4-2. I think it just suits us better. I just don't think we have any more wingers with crazy amount of pace aside from Sonaldo. I just don't think we have the wingers that can just keep beating guys man to man other than Sonaldo. So I think going more narrow, having Lucas play with that number 10 role, because Lucas likes playing narrow. He doesn't like playing wide. I think it suits a lot of our players.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that one. Look, we're 8 minutes out from kickoff. Before we do get into our final thoughts of this game, I still want to remind you that if you are new to the channel and you want more of these Tottenham Watchalongs, including a big one for the Cup final, all three of us will be here on the 25th of April.
Come on.
Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below as well. We've got the Tottenham Fan Voice podcast, Tottenham Hotspur Transfer Talk, and also previews, reviews, any type of Spurs content you could want to do. Make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. While you're here, you might as well hit that like button. Let's see if we can get to, like I said, 200 before the game starts. We're on 160 and there's 250 people watching. It's only 40 of you. Just 40 of you need to hit that like button. So please do. And it will be absolutely appreciated. I'll get that for a second, Marcel. I forgot about that. Slushy Deluxe says, you've cursed us. Joe Linton will score a blinder now. And this is actually, I never realized this. It's something that Mark Ulrich did as well. Slushy Deluxe, I'm not calling you out or anything. It's an interesting thing. People seem to think that Joe Linton, his first name is Joe and his surname is Linton. I've never noticed that before, but even Mark Ulrich has made that mistake. It is one word. Again, I'm not calling you out or not criticizing you or anything. It's just
it's Jolinto. Jolinto.
Yeah,
it's very Brazilian. Tough to say. It's just Jolinto.
We'll stick to calling him Joe.
Yeah. Listen, you know what? With the way he plays, he is a Joe. He's an average Joe. He ain't no Brazil. He don't deserve a Jolinto, all right? Joe Linton is his name. You know what? Keep it that way.
Just stick with that. We've got Andy Weir saying, what name is on that kit in the background? Andy, do you know what? I actually haven't figured it out yet. And I really should have. I need to put more effort into sorting that out, but I'm not entirely sure. We've got David back here. Guys, I do need to go and restart my laptop because it's starting to do what it always does. It just mess up before the game starts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you, are the nerves creeping in? And I'm going to head off and restart this laptop.
Marcelo, I've been here all stream, so I said people are sick of listening to me, lad. You can take that one first. You can take the hosting role until Matty comes back.
Look, I can't lie to you guys. After the Dynamo game, the nerves is still there. But I do think we have I think Newcastle are very poor. I think they're a very poor team. I'd be very surprised if they beat us anywhere. I think we're going to beat them pillar or post. I think it's going to be a one-sided beatdown. Maybe they'll score a goal. We always tend to make it difficult for ourselves. We always do. It could be I do think it is going to be difficult to break them down. I think it will. I'm going with I don't know if you saw my score prediction. I said 2-0.
Yeah.
You and I talked about it. Newcastle is always our bogey team. No matter how many times we pump them up, we can't seem to score against them. And then their one shot on goal that they have on us, it's like a golazo. And it's just like the most infuriating thing. But I think we will get through this. But am I nervous? Yeah. Why am I nervous? Because the top four is top four is in our hands right here. If we get top four, we go above Chelsea. We're there.
Yeah.
And then once we're in fourth place, it's on our hands to keep it. And I have, if there's one thing that I'm gonna worried about is that we have seen the squad break under pressure, but hopefully they won't let us down today, and we'll be out there and we'll be celebrating top four today. and hopefully also win that cup. If Jose wins that cup in top 4, you've heard it from my words, David. He has to stay, and he has to stay for as long as he needs.
To be fair, you have maintained that all along. Even when you did say, look, on Jose out, you have maintained all along. To be fair, look, for me, bogey team.
It's a tough game.
Tend to not score a lot of goals against Newcastle. All the signs are there. Am I nervous? Absolutely not. We're Tottenham Hotspur. You know me. I'm confident every game. I've renewed optimism after the Villa game, seeing more or less the same players out there today. Look, Newcastle, they're anti-football. They've been awful. Look, they are scrapping. They are scrapping to try and stay up. They do need points today. So, look, I do expect them to put on a bit of a fight. For the first 15 minutes, I genuinely wouldn't be surprised to see us apply a tactic where we sit back for 15, encourage them to come out so that we're not just playing against a team that are just sitting back for 70 minutes, 78 minutes before they come out. That we encourage them to come out first. We try and get in behind, get 1-0, and then like that, then we can dictate the ball, pass it around, be patient, and create our chances. But no,
I'll be honest, David,
especially seeing Harry Kane's hair. Especially seeing Harry Kane's hair, lad. You cannot tell me looking at that. That is not the best hair you've ever seen.
That hair was crisp. But no, I just wanted to ask you though. Giving Newcastle the ball and have them play it out, bro. I'm telling you, our whole team could give Newcastle the ball and they'll still lose it. You know what I mean? We can let them play football, they'll still lose it. This is the worst team I've ever seen in the Premier League. I don't know how they're not relegated, man. I really don't know. Like Sheffield, in my opinion.
You, actually. So there's a conspiracy going around amongst Newcastle fans. I think it was on the kickoff. That maybe Mike Ashley is actually trying to get them relegated because it's easier for them to sell the club in the Championship than what it is the Premier League. Because we've seen how
I've heard about that.
He has the difficulties he's had trying to sell the club while he's been in the Premier League.
Well, but it was because of the whole World's Affair thing and the FA, and they couldn't sell. So the FA completely blocked the the Arabs or the Saudis, I forgot who it was, to buy the club. But if they get relegated, there's none of that regulation, so they can just go on and buy the club, do and take over. So that could be it, man. But I mean, I don't know, man. I just think they're very shit. I think this is a very, very, very bad team. And, with a very, very bad manager, it's kind of what you're going to get. It's two recipes for disaster.
Yeah, look, I think 100%. Matty, just while we have Marcelo here quickly and before the game, can I just tell everyone what to expect on Frenemies this week?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so the topic that we agreed on this week, me and Marcelo, is 6 out and 6 in. Look, whether it's realistic or not, it doesn't matter. The show is we're 6 players we want to get rid of and 6 players we think we want to bring in to try and help create this rebuild. So that's what's coming up on Frenemies this week. Thanks,
Can't wait.
Make sure to head over to the Irish Hotspur channel tagged in the description below to catch that this week. Excuse me, guys. I've sent the link there into the StreamYard private chat and also on the Twitter group chat if you want to get that game ready. We're just getting ready to kick off at St James's Park. Spurs in their change kit of the yellow away kit, kicking from left to right in what will never annoy me, the empty stands, the empty stadium. But what matters is what happens on the pitch, and Spurs about to kick this one off. It's a big game for us, one where we can potentially move back into the top 4. A bizarre turn of events in what has been a completely bizarre season. The players taking the knee just as we prefer to get this one underway. But
are you nervous, Matty?
I'm always nervous. Whenever Spurs are playing, I'm nervous because we never know what's going to happen. But I think we'll get the job done today. I think there's too much riding on this, and we're playing against a team that's too much out of form for us to not get this one. I'm going to stick with my 3-1.
I'll say this, being a Spurs fan as long as I have, we're the only team, right, that can beat, Barcelona, City, all these big teams all at one place, and then lose that running streak to a relegation team against a guy who's never scored a goal.
Oh, it's typical, isn't it?
Just quickly for everybody, I do think Harry Kane is going to have 2 goal involvements today, whether it's scoring 2 or scoring 1, setting up 1. I do think he's going to score and set up 1, but he's definitely going to have 2 goals.
Well, here's a chance. Oh, Darlow comes out and claims, or Dubravka, whoever it is. I'm not sure what happened because the ball went out of play on the left-hand side and the camera panned back and Vinicius was in behind the fullback and he tries to square it to Harry Kane, but it's a difficult ball and the keeper does well to claim it. And down the other end, Matt Ritchie trying to put it across. It nearly goes over the head of Reese, but it was actually it was Longstaff, but it was a strange ball in. Have we got a sponsor for the Harry Kane hair prediction? Do you want to get your sponsor, David?
Yeah, look, you know, the first one to put in the five. No, we're going to up it. It's going to be a €10 super chat today. That's what we want. The €10 super chat. Get your sponsor in for the Harry Kane hair prediction. The first one to put in hashtag Harry Kane hair prediction with hashtag do it for Matt. You know, that's the one that gets the sponsor on today's Harry Kane hair prediction. And we'll constantly give you a shout out throughout the game.
Absolutely. Oh, here's Lucas Moore in the middle of the park. Really good feet there. That feeds off to Ndombele. Ndombele dispossessed there by I'm not sure who it was. Actually, should have looked more at that Newcastle team. But look, it doesn't matter. We're going to have all the ball. We're going to have all the goals. We don't need to know who they are. Good ball down the line there. Shelby tries to switch it, but he sliced that one. And Sanchez gives it away. Here's Joe Linton. Joe Linton hits it, and it's straight at Hugo Lloris.
What is that?
But Sanchez, his first involvement, an easy header under no pressure whatsoever, and he heads it right into the path of Joe Linton.
No pressure. Look at that.
What is he doing?
What a donkey, man.
GPS is back. Well and truly back.
What is that, man?
And nobody else, because he's hit it straight at Hugo Lloris. But I was just going to ask, are you nervous with this defence at the back? But I think
110%.
you will be after that anyway.
I mean, how can you not be
nervous? Long ball by Sanchez runs out of play.
You know?
Yeah, that's true. God, it's tough sport in Spurs, lads, isn't it?
We can't keep a 3-goal lead, let alone 0-0. Thank God Joe Linton is crap, bro. Thank God. He is
shit, right? Any other team, he would have blown that out into the river over there, up in Newcastle, right? But because it's Tottenham, he hits it on target.
I cannot believe that this guy is Brazilian, though. I really can't.
Is he?
Yeah, Joe Linton is Brazilian.
Oh Lord, he's probably one. He's worse than that guy that played in the World Cup that time. What was the Brazilian guy that played up front for you? Was it Fred?
Fred,
no.
Yeah.
Or Joe?
Yeah. No, listen. The fact that Fred played for a yellow shirt it's really embarrassing.
Free kick here for Spurs out the left-hand side. We've got Arian here tuning in. Says, morning, Matt, David and Marcelo. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, Arian.
Thanks for tuning in, Arian. We've got Martin here as well saying, is that an R9 shirt, Marcelo, behind you?
Yes, it is. It is 1998 retro R9 France final shirt.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Iconic. Love it.
It's an iconic one.
That's the one. That's the one you said the other day that you were waiting on.
Yep.
I'd say you were happy when that came in the door.
I was very happy. I was very happy, man. Very happy.
Well, let's hope we're going to be happy
over this one. Interesting choice, lads.
Yeah, let's hope we're going to be a bit more happy in a second as Lucas Moore lines up this free kick on the left-hand side. Spurs with 6 in the box.
Marcelo's just held up the R9 jersey. Is he inspiring him?
Come on. Yeah.
All the way through.
Oh, my God.
It's an inviting ball in by Lucas Moore. Whips it towards the goal. And I think Vinicius and Kane have both made their move for it, but it's gone all the way through without a single touch. And out harmlessly for a goal kick. But
Marcelo, every time he gets the ball, hold up your R9 jersey. It's inspiring him.
Joe Rodon was there at the back post and almost got a little touch in the back post.
That was a good cross by Lucas. I gotta say that. That was a great cross by Lucas.
It was a brilliant ball in. Martin says 5,000 likes for the 2002 R9 haircut, Marcelo.
I'll do it for 5,000 likes. Yeah.
Oh,
I did it on Twitter later.
That's going on Twitter later.
Listen. I done it.
Tweet it.
I've tried to do it when I was a kid. In 2002. Yeah. I tried to do that haircut, bro. Every Brazilian kid wanted to do that haircut at that time.
I love it. But here's everybody watching. Lucas Moura taken down. Oh, it's a good challenge.
Everybody watching.
No, it's not. It's a free kick. Oh.
Everybody watching, I beg you, tweet that. I want 5,000 tweets. Tell him to get over to here. Get it. I want to see Marcelo sitting down in front of the United game with the R9 haircut. I really do. With the jersey on as well. He has to go full R9.
Full R9. I'll go. I'm a man of my word.
I'm begging you. And plus, I'm going to drop the super chat on the Harry Kane hair prediction. Maybe 10 euros too much. We're going to go with 5. So the first one to get the €5 in and hashtag Harry Kane hair prediction. And don't do it after he scores. I want you to have the faith, take the leap of faith and do it before he scores.
And you might want to hurry up because we've got a free kick here, and he could potentially.
Luke has been insanely good, man. I mean, like since that Villa game. I mean, look, I think Jose just figured out what his best position is, and it's in the middle, in that number 10.
As Arian says there, what happened to Lucas and why did he finally become Brazilian? But before we talk about that, there's a free kick here, 25 yards out. Harry Kane lining it up, hits it, but it's straight into the wall. Højbjerg calling for a handball, but nothing given.
The thing is, I think you know what I think it's going on.
Oh, Lo Celso.
Oh, that was nice. Okay, so you know what I think is going on? I think because it's close to the Copa America, and Lucas's dream it has always been to play for the national team at a major competition. You know, he's always said it. He wants to play for the Brazil national team, and you know, with this performance, bro, honestly, he's been better than Coutinho. Coutinho's been crap. You know, so I would, you know, Lucas could maybe fit in.
Okay, look for the crossfield ball for Tanganga, and eventually ends up at the right back's feet. Been held up by anything that's long.
That's some good football by Tanganga.
Oh, Tanganga does well there.
Yeah.
And Dembele spinning back, and Spurs not trying to force any attack, not trying to pepper that Newcastle area, just keeping hold of the ball, trying to keep control of this game. And as I say, that Højbjerg with a poor diagonal ball and Newcastle back in possession.
And just to confirm on this, Marcelo, for the R9 next week. So we have until midnight to get 5,000 likes on this stream.
Absolutely.
Grand.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm plugging the shit out of that, and we are Tottenham TV there.
Come on, guys. We got to get the likes up on here. Share it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. I don't know. Write a letter to your grandmother.
What a sport, Marcelo. I have to say, that's great sport, man. I love it.
Hey, it is what it is. I was thinking about shaving my hair anyways. You know, I was
here's Regulon to Kane.
Oh, Harry Kane
trying to take a pass. Kane, saved by Dubravka. But this is a really good start from Spurs. There's intent, there's passion, there's fight, and we're really looking to take this game to them early on. Let's look at this good link-up play by Regulon and Kane down the left-hand side. Regulon with a good reverse ball back inside. Kane really well to take it past Kraft, and I think he's kind of forced away from goal, and he does well in the end to win a corner off Dubravka.
I'll say this. I also really like
effort on his left foot, lads.
Yeah. I'll say this. I also really like Vinny's positioning. I think him and Kane play very well with each other. Vinny seems to be, you know, he always gets in, you know, good positions. Like
Lucas with the corner, Tanganga nearly got up, but it's Lascelles who heads it away, and it's added to there at the back.
Oh, if Tanganga scored, I don't know what I would do, lads.
I'm going crazy.
I love Tanganga.
We'd get banned for the stuff that we said. Lucas there with a silly foul down in the corner. And we have a sponsor for the Harry Kane hair prediction. Louis Landers comes in with the €10 super chat. Louis, thank you very much for that. You're an absolute legend. Says 4th place by the end of today, lads. Harry Kane for the brace. Come on, you Spurs. # Harry Kane hair prediction. Well, there we have it. Louis Landers, the sponsor of today, Harry Kane's hair prediction. Louis, thank you again. Really do appreciate that. I'll get that tweeted out. It'll be on Twitter, a community feed, and everything. We'll mention you every time we do get that done. So when Harry Kane scores, you can guarantee we'll be talking about Louis sponsoring that prediction. Martin just said, just sent the clip to your Twitter, Matt. You have the most followers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tweet that out. Martin sent me the clip of Marcelo saying he'll get that done. So I'm going to tweet that out. And if it gets to 5,000 likes on Twitter, Marcelo, will you do it then?
5,000 likes on Twitter?
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was in the video. Don't you?
Don't worry, we get it on the video.
Wouldn't you prefer 5,000 likes in the video?
Well, no, because it's less likely. It might actually happen on Twitter.
No, but the thing is, more likes in your video helps your video out. I don't know. I thought it was more of like, you know, for the cause. You know what I mean? Take one for the team.
What if I want a Twitter following as well? If you don't want to do it on Twitter, we won't. But I want to.
I mean, I feel like Twitter would be very easy to get 5,000 likes.
That's why I feel like
one thing I will say, Marcelo, is it still is doing it for the cause. Now, hear me out, because it just means more people are going to tune in next week to see it. So it still is doing it for the cause. We have to take the positives out of this.
Look, if by midnight you get 5,000 likes, I will do a watch along with my R9 with an R9 haircut.
There it is. That's all I need. That's all the proof I needed, but I can't download the video for some reason.
Yeah.
I'll get this sorted out.
Although if my parents when they see it, if they question anything, I'm gonna say it's your fault.
Just wear a cap for the day.
Why won't it let me download? Anyone know how to download a video from Twitter messages? I'm looking for Lucas, but it's headed away.
Oh man.
No, I don't. I can't do it. That's why I always get people to send me the stuff on WhatsApp. You can download pictures, all right. I can't do videos.
I'll give Martin my WhatsApp.
Man.
It's a good start by Tottenham, though, lads, to be honest with you. Like, we settled into the game nicely. We've already had a couple of chances. Just need to keep maintaining it from here on out. Bar the first, the header that Sanchez gave straight to Joelinton, they haven't really created anything. We're just taking the ball off them. It's like taking sweets off a baby.
Yeah. Although the one thing that does worry me about that header to Sanchez is that, you know, it goes to show that Newcastle don't need to do anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll gift it to them, bro.
We're just trying to be generous. We're trying to be charitable.
Done.
Mark here asking
that's a nice
what
tackle.
time we're on.
Celso.
Oh, come on.
Go on, Tongi.
Good ball.
Oh,
Yes.
this is give it. Reguilon. No,
what are you
keep it
doing?
alive. Kane. No. Oh, that was such a good break. The Reguilon pass just left us down a little bit, but it was incredible football. Fantastic passing getting forward there. But Newcastle in the end sorted out. For those asking what time we're at, we're second behind this. Like I said, it's the best we can do. And I'm still trying to figure out a way to get a timer on StreamYard. It's just too difficult. But here come Newcastle.
What we need is we need a sponsor for the clock we need someone to sponsor a clock that we can get up in the background with the minutes on it.
Oh yeah,
like a scoreboard clock
behind me.
sort of thing.
I need to get that done.
Who wants to sponsor it? It's all about sponsors.
Martin, you're an absolute legend. Martin just WhatsApp me that video there as well. So we're going to get that out there.
Oh man, if Reguilon
are you ready yet?
What?
Are you
No.
yes.
It is what it is. It is what it is. I've always wanted a haircut, anyways. So
what are we on now, lads?
But the thing is, I'm only keeping that for one day. You know, I just saw what is it?
Oh yeah, it just has to be for the stream. Even if you do it 20 minutes before the stream and shave it straight off after.
No, because Arian is like, if we get 5,000 likes for both of them, he has to keep it till Christmas. I'm like, nope, I'm not keeping that till Christmas.
You may as well just put on the boots, shin pads, socks, shorts, and everything. Like go full whack.
Oh man, jeez. Oh, good tackle there. Good tackle there by Reguilon.
Oh, that's absolutely great sport.
Oh, jeez, what is this?
What was he doing? Dribble in, grand. Happy days. Goal kick. Man, they are so lackluster.
They're so bad. They are really bad. Really bad side. But it just,
that was weak,
you know.
What was that? Oh, corner kick. Roden with the block. Roden in his right position again.
Yeah. No, he's a good, like I said, he's a good defender, man. He just needed to get warmed up to the Premier League. I think he is, there's potential on him. But
he's blocked for Wales during midweek, lad.
Yeah. But I just feel like, Tanguy needs to be doing a little bit there, man. He needs to just be doing a little bit there.
He let him buy him way too easy there.
Yeah, way too easily.
He's
actually been kind of our poorest midfielder, if I'm gonna be honest.
I was poor. He should have made that pass. Yeah, no, this is my issue with Tanguy. When he's on form, lad, he's amazing, but he just doesn't do it regularly enough for me. Do you know what I mean? I think once everything clicks. I think once everything clicks with him, and the whole game comes together, he's going to be amazing.
I think he just needs to, become a little bit better at defending. Because when he plays Lo Celso, or when we play Lo Celso, it's he has, there's more defensive duties for him, than comparing when he plays with Højbjerg and Sissoko.
Yeah.
But I think now with Lo Celso and him and Højbjerg, there's a little bit more defensive duties for him.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Jesus!
How's he winning that?
Sorry, guys, I'm back. That was
That's a shaky from
It's
Spurs,
incredible
man.
that our centre backs never win headers.
Yeah.
I don't know how it happens.
That's shocking.
Look, Newcastle.
That's right in between the two of them, and not one of them won it. Yeah. That's a perfect ball. That's perfect delivery.
Look, Newcastle trying to find their way back into this game, and it's They're doing a
shaky,
decent job at it.
Yeah, this is shaky from us. We need to wake up.
Free kick out. Happy days.
Nice.
Crawling all over the back of them. Mr. Craig Pawson is in charge.
At least it's not David Coote or Mike Dean.
I don't like the goalkeeper kit, you know that?
Why?
I don't know, I just don't like the all green. Not a big fan of green. I like the Irish colour green.
Says the Irish fan.
I'm not any other variation of it. I'm not a fan of.
You know what I feel like? I love that that old what is that?
Oh my God.
This Lloris has to be coming out for that, man. You know what I mean? Like Rodon is clearly holding back the defender. He's communicating for Lloris to go out. He doesn't want to punt it out for a corner. Lloris is right there, and he's just standing there, man.
He done well to get the header on it when the ball was low there to be able to get it for Lloris to pick it up.
Yeah, he saved Lloris's ass there, but Lloris has got to fucking be more demanding, man. That's his box.
Yeah, he's always inconsistent with coming off his line and stuff like that. It's
well done.
Like sometimes he'd run 50 yards off his line and clear the ball perfectly, and other times he'd come to the edge of his box. I remember he did it against City, where he just headed it straight back off the opponent player. He's just inconsistent. Celso there goes down the edge of the box.
What is he doing?
Nothing to be given there.
Get up.
Yeah.
That's disappointing to see that, man. That's shocking.
Long ball forward by Newcastle. Will chase again.
Well done, Roden.
Roden puts it out into touch. Mr. K makes a good point. Says we're letting them have the width. Seems solid in our defensive heading. I assume it's just from our fullbacks bombing forward. They're finding that space in behind, and Jose does not look happy there in the dugout. It's concerning how this game has transformed so quickly from us starting quickly, getting chances, being on the front foot, to Newcastle really finding it easy to catch us getting forward down the wide areas.
To be fair, Matty, we have not created much at all. You know,
it's from the Harry Kane half chances, really, when you think about it.
Yeah.
Back.
I mean,
here's Jacob Murphy out on the right side.
How are we letting Newcastle do this to us?
Shelby lifts it into the area. Dwight Gale. Oh, what a save, Hugo! Hugo with an incredible save. That's terrible defending, but what a save by Hugo Lloris.
Oh my God, I thought that was over the line.
He's hurt himself. Hugo's hurt himself. But Murphy cuts in past Lucas on the right-hand side, feeds it back to Shelby, who first time lifts it into the box. Awful defending by Sanchez. Dwight Gale gets the header away, and it's a brilliant save by Lloris, and he makes a double save.
Who kept Dwight Gale on side there?
Tanganga. What a save by Lloris.
Tanganga kept him on side.
Look, guys, we'll discuss that again in a second because it's coming up to the 19th minute, and what we're going to do is we're going to have a minute's applause for Claude, formerly of AFTV, who sadly passed away last week. Just as we hit the 19th minute, just get a minute's applause going for Claude.
I repeat to the legend, man.
Chance for Spurs is cleared away, but look, Claude was someone who I never had the pleasure of talking to myself, but I know you guys did, and he's someone who he was an Arsenal fan, but he was so passionate about football, and I think he's the type of fan that every club wants their fan base to have. You know, he was so passionate about Arsenal. It was it was something that clearly mattered so much to him, and he was someone, of course, was on a lot of Spurs channels in recent weeks. He was on your channel, David. He was on Premier Hotspur TV quite a bit. He was always happy to give up his time for other fans, even fans of his biggest rivals. But he'll be sorely missed in the YouTube community. Someone who I think has paved the way quite a bit for fan channels and Fan TV and stuff like that. So our thoughts, of course, go out to Claude, his family, his friends, and everyone at AFTV, and may he rest in peace.
Yeah. No, look, I had the pleasure of meeting a guy. To be honest with you, it was a nice moment. I've always liked what you had to say. I've always watched his cams on AFTV, and I've always tuned into Claude's and the Bansters, and always kind of dropped in a comment, wishing him well, wishing he was okay. It was nice to meet him, and being honest, Matt, he was nothing but a gent. He came on, he even after North London Derby, he came on, he was a true gent and an absolute legend of a guy. And to give up his time to come on such a small channel, and he's such a well-known man. He's famous in terms of YouTube football, and it's absolutely devastating to hear. We've lost a legend.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I grew up watching, the Claude and Ty show. I loved that show. He may, whether he was an Arsenal fan or not, to me, he was a fan of football, man. And, he represented what it means to be a fan, what it means to, have passion for your club and, care about it. And he's a guy that, he lived by football, and that's how he went out, man, and we love Claude. And it's very sad to see him go. But I was always, I'm always grateful to have a football talk with him. It was really an honor. Couldn't have done it with a better person.
Absolutely. Like David said, we've lost a legend in the YouTube community, but really sad news last Monday. Anyway, Newcastle back in possession here, and Spurs kind of struggling to get a hold on this game now. Newcastle getting that ball. They're moving it forward pretty quickly, and if we're looking at this shape from Spurs, it's kind of like, I know I was talking earlier about kind of the sturdiness and the stubbornness of that 4-4-2, but one thing that I think we always see from Spurs is, players kind of swapping positions. You could have Lucas pop up on the right 1 second, he'll be on the left another second, but they seem really, really rigid in what they're doing now, and it's the exact same shape every single time. And I wonder, is that something that's kind of taken away a bit of that panache we have going forward?
I don't know. Do you want to answer, David?
No. Go on.
I'm just saying, how what is this, man? How is Newcastle passing around us? Where's the build-up? Where's the build-up play? Where's the crisp passing? Where's any of that? This is shocking. This is top four is in our hands, and you know what we're doing? We are letting it go out. This is typical Spurs. This is typical. This is what we've been seeing all season. Every time we've gotten a chance, every time, a team actually, drop points, we bottle it. This team bottles it. This whole thing, we should be beating this guy. There's no excuses. No excuses from the manager, no excuses for the player. And, the fact that Newcastle has 60% possession in the last...
Vinicius, is he outside? Vinicius puts it away, but I think he's offside.
He's offside, yeah.
Is he offside?
Yeah.
He's probably offside. There's a split second there where I thought the flag had stayed down.
He just went that split second too early. Yeah. He's off.
Oh, he's miles offside.
He's way off.
Right, Sally, just check that private chat there for a second, if you don't mind, please. It was a good finish, though, by Vinicius.
Yeah.
His finishing is something that's been somewhat criticised, maybe a bit harshly, but yeah, I think he just needs to settle into this Premier League side. He's getting his first proper run. I think 2 starts in a row is the first time he's had that with Spurs. So hopefully he can nail that position. As Marcelo was saying, there's a good link up there with Kane. So hopefully that is something that can flourish.
Yeah, our press does worry me. It's been it's not really existent right now. It's things like that right there by Sanchez, right? The ball's coming to him. All he has to do is just take it under control. He's panicking. He's kicking it straight back to them. Newcastle are gifting us the ball, and someone like him panicking is just giving it to them. Just calm your nerves. Forget about the noise about top four right now. Concentrate on the game. 90 minutes. Calm your nerves and do what you're supposed to do. Sanchez flapping. That's a few times we've seen him flap at things now. Just, where's your composure, man?
And he should be that one at the back who's keeping everyone composed, because he's most experienced back there.
Yeah.
It wouldn't take anything to get the first kind of run in the team. He should be the one keeping them grounded.
Yeah. He's just, he needs to just stop panicking every time the ball comes near him. He's a very nervous defender, isn't he? He just wants to get it straight away from him.
I think, like I was saying earlier, the way, like at the beginning of the game, we were like keeping the ball. We weren't trying to force anything. We weren't rushing anything. We were just keeping possession and trying to kind of keep control of the game. But I'm noticing now we're firing the ball forward every chance we get. We're trying to force it. It's not going to work against such a compact defensive unit as Newcastle are. They don't have much quality, but what they do have is a lot of players back there who know what shape they need to play.
The thing is, though, it's just. It's like David said, there's too many. These players are too jittery, man. It's not just Sanchez. It's also, you're seeing, a Nobeller doing it. You're seeing like everybody doing it. You know what I mean? Everybody is just. It seems like they don't want the ball. The only person that's been wanting the ball this whole game has been Lucas Moura. He's been the only one. Every time he's taken the ball, he's done something with it. He's tried to do something with it, but. It's just upsetting, man, because it's just like we see it so many seasons, and I'm not trying to be negative, but it's just facts. Like we've seen this all season, every time, and these guys are making it so difficult. But look, it is still 0-0. There's still a lot to go, and there's still a lot of adjustments to make. But I will say some positives. I think Rodon has been our best defender.
Yeah,
I think he's been very good. I think he's been very professional.
He's mopping up everything, whether it's coming over the right or the left. He seems to be there mopping it up.
Yeah, look at Winks fucking laughing. This little, I can't. He really winds you up. Look at him just standing like this, like he's some type of Don.
For me, the most annoying part about that is he doesn't even have the mask on properly. There's nothing annoys me more than people with the mask not on their nose. Like if you're going to wear it, wear it. Oh no! Chance for Newcastle, Joe Linton.
No. That's shocking.
Yep. Yep.
Joe Linton has just scored against Spurs again.
Joe Linton, he doesn't even hit. He doesn't score all year.
Pathetic.
Who get that way?
Tanganga gives it away, and then Sanchez gives it away.
Oh my God! No moon boots.
Weak in the challenge.
Moon boots 2.0.
That's a joke. That is absolutely pathetic. What is Højbjerg doing here in this challenge as well? Højbjerg should be winning that challenge against Richie every day of the week. Tanganga tries to play it down the line. It's blocked. Sanchez tries to clear it. The ball doesn't get off the ground. Richie takes a poor touch. 50-50 to Højbjerg. Richie wins it easily. And then it's threaded into Joe Linton at the back post, and it's a simple tap-in.
I'm not being funny,
ridiculous defending.
But how's Sanchez just not putting his boot through that? Just put your boot through it. I don't care if it goes out into Sunderland. I couldn't give a shit. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't give a shit if it ends up in the stadium. Like, just put your boot through it.
It's ridiculous, honestly. We're playing a team who in their last game against Brighton had 3 shots throughout the whole game, and they're beating us. And the worst part is they're beating us deservedly. They deserve this lead. They've been in control for the last 20 minutes. As Vince says, a laughing stock. This is ridiculous. Here's Ndombele. Out to Lo Celso. Threads it through. Looking for Kane. Kane 1-1.
Yes!
Come on! Wake up! You fuck.
Let's go! Harry Kane! Louis Landers! What a legend!
I'm still too annoyed at that goal to be happy about that one. But a fantastic return by Spurs. We got a comment in here. We got Lee Gunner in the live chat. Lee says thanks for clapping, my friend Lee. It was our honour. Claude was a man who I know you were obviously good friends with. He's a man who, like I said, paved the way for quite a bit for channels like us for football fan. And it really is an honour to pay tribute to such a fantastic man. And thank you for tuning in today, Lee.
Big up Lee Gunner as well. Big up Lee Gunner. I like him. I'm a big fan of his channel. Big up Lee.
Look, Spurs are level. I can't even remember what happened. It was a ball in by Lo Celso looking for Kane, and I think the keeper came out for it. His defender got in the way, and the ball just ricocheted out to Harry Kane, who just tapped it in from 3 yards out. And it's a very, very lucky turn for Spurs. Very lucky, but look, we have the equaliser, and that's the main thing.
But at least we equalised straight away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a good reaction. It was a good reaction from the boys.
But why do we have to wait for one goal down to be able to do that? Like, we've just shown how easy it is. Why do we have to wait till we go behind to do it?
because we like to make everything difficult. We're Spurs.
That is also true. We've got Loves Music here with the £5 super chat. Says big up Lee Gunner. Absolutely. Lee, I know it must be a very difficult time for you, and our thoughts are with you and all the Claude's friends and family as well.
Yeah, big up Lee. No, he's an absolute gentleman, so he is. Lee. I like him. I think I'm a big fan of how he does his work and all on YouTube. He's brilliant.
He is.
You know, look, what we've shown is good
Lucas
quality.
Vinicius.
Come back straight away. Yeah,
oh, it's good defending. Tanganga, no, it's cleared.
Oh.
We're waking up now, boys. This is what I want to see. We're waking up a little bit now. Come on, keep the momentum.
Matt, you have to give Louis Landers the shout out for he's the Hurricane Hair Prediction sponsor.
Can we just say that? Look, let me tell you the difference. This is what I've been saying all season. That is the difference between Rodon. Yes, he can make a green, a youth mistake here and there, right? But did you see that composure? He had a defender pressuring him. He got the ball. Perfect first touch, nice rotation, and a beautiful pass. You never see that from Dyer. You never see that from Sanchez. They just panic.
That's true.
Like that, man, I'm just finally glad Jose saw, what I saw about this guy, man.
Look, like David said, we've got to give a big shout out to Louis Landers, the sponsor of today's Harry Kane hair prediction. David, look, as he said Harry Kane was going to score. He saw the hair and he said it, and he was absolutely spot on. So Louis Landers, today's sponsor. Look, we'll give half the credit to Louis as well for sponsoring the prediction. Louis, thank you so much for that. And thankfully, Harry Kane has managed to get Spurs back on level terms. For
the rest of this stream, it's the Louis Landers Harry Kane hair prediction. I just give it. The sponsor takes the name for the rest of the stream.
We'll allow it. Spurs in possession and, looking to take control of this game now. And I suppose in a roundabout way, conceding that goal could have been a good thing for us, because now that we've got the equaliser, the momentum shifts, and Newcastle, who were taking full control of this game, are now on the back foot, afraid that Spurs might come back for a second and third.
Yeah. They'll be kicking themselves conceding straight away.
Oh, they will. Oh, it's a good switch there by Matt Ritchie out to... Oh, no, it's not. It lands at Reguilon's feet. Thought it was going to Murphy. Oh, rolling. It's Reguilon. We just look so nervy in possession at the back. There's nothing assured back there. Is that where we're missing Toby? He's so good on the ball, switching up those diags to...
Do you know what? Toby's passing, Matty, it's so underrated to how good we can be when he's there, because anytime teams press us, like with Sanchez, he's so jittery. Like, watch him, even when he's out of space, he cannot wait to get rid of the ball. Watch, as soon as he gets it, he's looking to give it away straight away, right? He's panicking. But with Toby, when they press him, he can just go in behind, he can go diag. Oh,
Kane. 2-1.
It's gone in. Yes, right, that's it. I'm out of here. I told you 2 goals. See you later. I'm done. Come on.
The Louis Landers Harry Kane hair prediction comes up trumps, as in a space of 5 minutes, Spurs turn around a 1-goal deficit and take the lead at St. James's Park. We have the ball at the back. Højbjerg plays a really, really clever ball into Ndombele in the middle of the park. Ndombele through to Kane. He may be offside. We'll have to take a look at that in VAR in a second. But he takes a touch and fires it back across the face of goal into the bottom corner. It is 2-1 for Spurs. VAR will take a look at this. It's a very, very close one. But for now, Spurs do lead by 2-1. So let's get that video.
I didn't know he scored because my stream froze right when he went to strike it.
Oh, I think it might have been my side. I think Marcelo was the same. But look, let's get that video in for now. We're going to give the goal because for now it has been awarded. But again, VAR are going to take a look at this one. Harry Kane running away at the top of the Premier League goal scoring charts, and 19 now, 2 ahead of Mohamed Salah. Did Salah score yesterday? Ndombele got the assist. Does the goal stand? The goal stands and it's 2-1 to Spurs. It's 2-1.
Come on!
We've turned it around. Marcelo's got that jersey out. Come on, Tottenham.
Who assisted the first goal, Matty?
There wouldn't have been an assist because it came back off the keeper.
Yeah. Oh, man, Harry Kane hair predictions in. I said 2 goal involvements.
You did. Louis Landers shows a good data sponsor, didn't he?
I might do a Harry Kane second half hair prediction. What do you think?
Get another 2 goals in there. But look, that's how crucial it is to have a player like Harry Kane. When we're playing poorly, he gets 2 chances and he gets 2 goals, and he's turned this game right in its head. And as I said, the momentum shifting after that equaliser, Spurs have gone straight again. and we've gotten that goal to put us in front. And with 10 minutes to go in this first half, it's a lot more
beautiful man. What a strike! He got back clean as well. That was a crisp finish.
Listen,
keeper had no chance.
I got so inspired by that goal, David, that I had to put Harry Kane's shirt next to R9's.
Love it, lad. Love it. Oh, yeah, I see it there now, yeah.
Let's be honest, Harry Kane's better than R9.
Well. And you know what's
hold on a second.
Oh, here's Reglan. Oh, it's a poor ball in towards Lucas.
Do you know what's mad, lad? When I first mentioned it, everyone actually genuinely thought I was messing.
What? The Harry Kane hair prediction?
Yeah.
No, you're always spot on. Look at that from Roland. Let's go.
He's been right every time.
My fucking defender, dude.
Lord,
that's what I wanted, man.
When do you know what? What's annoying me, right? Sanchez is playing the right side of the centre back, but whether it's coming over the left hand side or right hand side, Rodden's doing mopping it
He's
up.
always, he's trying to cover for. Look at him, man. That's a guy right there. That's a guy that. This is what I mean. This is a guy that is young, ready to prove himself. He's in there. You don't see quotes about, oh, I'm happy for my performance, even though I can't pass a ball. I give away penalties for fun. You know what I mean? This is a guy that cares and wants to, make a name for himself. This is what we needed, man.
Jay Ali says, who scored the first and the second? It was Harry Kane with both of them for Spurs. As Mr. K says, incoming hat-trick. Alejandro says, Harry Kane hair prediction pinpoint once again.
Absolutely.
Mystic David.
And this is why it's crucial we don't sell him, lads.
Yeah, I've just taken a quick look at Twitter, and every single tweet is give this man everything.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder how Sky Sports is going to twist this. So
Harry Kane scores goals to show Bayern he's unreal.
Oh no, they'll probably roll out some other player out of the woodwork now that no one's ever heard of for years, and he'll be spouting off. Oh well, Kane dragging Tottenham today. This is why he needs to leave. You know what they're going to do? They're going to twist it. I already see it coming. Like, they already have every international break, right? They roll out the Harry Kane agenda every international break because they need people to tune in on Sky Sports News.
Yeah, they don't
have
any
need people
content.
to tune into their whatever they're writing about them, stuff like that. So the first thing they do, Harry Kane said to leave Tottenham every international break, and I'm fed up with it.
Ball in the box and Roden manages to clear it well.
He's injured.
Thomas Whitney.
Oh, that's bad.
Don't do this.
That's caught in the ground. That could be broken. That could be broken.
Oh man!
Look, it's caught in the ground. It could be broken.
Oh.
That does not look good.
Well, look, before we take a look at that, Thomas Whitney with the $2 super chat says, he says you should have a game clock for people to sync. Thomas, with the software I use, it's actually.
I'm sorry,
just a second. With the software I use, it's actually it's impossible to do that. The best I can do is share the screen every now and then. So anyway, if you do want to sync up, there it is. But Thomas, thanks for the suggestion. Thanks for the super chat as well. Here's a corner for Newcastle. Deflected off Road now for another one. He's limping, but he's still trying to run it off. He is.
Do you know what, man? Yeah, I don't know. I think there's damage there that he won't be able to run off. I've had one like that. They're the ones that get you. It's the only one I've ever had come off in the game ever.
No, I'm telling you, this kid, he's got the eye of the tiger, man. He'll run it off. But that did look like it hurt.
If not, we're having Moon Boots and Moon Boots 2.0 as our centre backs.
Is Toby not on the bench?
No, he's not.
Well, what happened to Toby? Did he get injured?
That's what we don't know. That's what we're
we don't know. We don't know. My theory is maybe that he's resting him for the United game. He did play all the games for Belgium. My theory is that he could be resting him for the United game. But I'm not sure, There's 2 games we've had since Jose made that statement. He hasn't been involved in both, so...
Yeah. No, I agree. But look at that. But just don't panic on the ball. Just make smart passes. Look at when Newcastle are looking like Barcelona here. What is this?
Look, I don't care. We could sit behind the ball for 89.5 minutes of this game, get dominated by Newcastle. They have 100% possession. They're playing incredible football.
I agree.
We can't string 2 passes together as long as we win. As long as we win, that's all I care about. And right now we're doing that as Lloris claims that crossover Joe Linton.
Yeah, but you know what I would just like to see, Maddie, a little bit more calm at the ball, no erratic, crazy. Like like the thing is, right? This team every time they get too nervous. It's like we're 2-1 up. Just stay calm and then let Newcastle, try to get to you. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's Loves Music here with another £3 super chat. Thank you very much for that. Massively appreciated. Says just look at the league table, guys. We'll get the league table up at halftime, provided, of course, we're still winning, because at the moment Spurs are in that top four. But we'll take a little look at that when the half is over.
Just look, the tone was set by Sanchez with that first header for the back line. Because as soon as he does that, the first thing he's doing is putting everyone else on our edge around him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And you've seen it time and time again today. You see, watch him. Just watch him. Anytime he gets the ball, he's looking to get rid of it straight away. He doesn't want it. That goal, it's from our own goal kick. You cannot blame Jose Mourinho for that. That's just players just being stupid. It's from our own goal kick. Okay, Tanganga, misplaced pass, right? Bad pass. But we get a second chance to clear it. Now put your boot through it and send it straight to the Stadium of Light across the road. I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
Don't do what he done.
Oh,
don't
Don't. Almiron could be in. That's where Lloris is good. That's where he's good coming off his line. Yeah. Brilliant goalkeeping there from Reece. But how did that defence part like the Race C? I don't know what's happened. One ball forward, and there's a massive gap there. And a better ball, and Almiron is in on goal. Sorry to cut across. And you know what? That was shocking.
No. And you know what? The only person who was, on top of it was Lloris and Rodon. They were both the only one. Like Sanchez and Tanganga are leaving their right-hand side way too open. It is way too open, which is stretching out our defense. They're getting too stretched out. They need to be a little bit more compact, a little bit more, just a little bit more of this, a little bit more of this. Hold your ground, man. You know what I mean? Just hold your ground. Don't give that much space. Don't let the defense, the offense stretch you out that easily. It's kind of pathetic. Like if you notice, nothing has come in from our left-hand side. It's always been our right-hand side that problems have been created. Rodon and Reguilon been solid. Sorry,
for me, lads, looking at this, what we need to definitely sign in the summer is a ball-playing defender, someone that has a passing range like Toby Alderweireld. I think it's massive to how we need to play. So for me, I do think when we get a centre back, I think we need two. I think we need one that can pass a ball, and then I think we need someone who can play, who's left-footed, who can play on the left-hand side, but is an absolute beast. So it's honestly. Sanchez is really annoying me.
Yeah,
but that was Rodon's fault. That was a poor pass by him.
Yeah, no, but just in general, like Sanchez has set the tone for this shaky performance at the back from the first time he touched the ball today. And he's supposed to be the leader. Rodon, who's played a hell of a lot less Premier League games than what he has, is looking like the leader today.
Oh, that's some good.
Go on, Vinicius. That ball nearly came from there.
Close. If he got that ball, man, he was through.
Oh, was there a little something there in the middle of the pitch by Lo Celso? Did he put an arm into?
Oh, if he did, he's an idiot.
Almiron's face.
Maybe Almiron's play acting, hopefully.
Referee has the yellow out, but I'd be interested to see if VAR look at this. I think Lo Celso just kind of swung an arm towards Almiron's face there. You see it here in the replay as Almiron lets the pass go.
What is he doing?
What? And here's that moment there. I think Joe Rodon is to blame there as well, Marcelo. He's like, I don't know why he's sitting in behind Sanchez there. He's left way too much space there. And Reguilon for not coming in as well. Lo Celso gets booked for that. I think he just kind of body checked Almiron, but when Almiron went down holding his face, the referee could give anything. But I think, it's just a yellow card here. It plays back underway. Excuse me.
Oh, it's great. It's great now that we're winning. You know what I mean? As soon as they scored, we went straight up. We showed them who's boss, and then we went up and got a second. And all Harry Kane needs is one more chance. He's on fire. He's going to put it away. It's going to be game over then.
Yeah, that's a stupid foul there by Sergio Reguilon in the air with the white Gale. Just he barges into his back. It's a ridiculous foul. And a chance now for Newcastle to get the ball in the box and maybe get a goal back before half time. Maybe get that equaliser.
Oh man, this is where we don't need a foul, man. This is where
right before half time.
Man, this has not been a very the thing is, why can't we just play like we did after we got the goal up? You know what I mean? Why can't we just go with that same intensity? You know what I mean?
I think it's just the inconsistency of these players. Like I don't know. I don't know what the answer is.
Oh, Vinicius struggling at the back post. It just comes off the leg of the Newcastle player. Almiron swings it back in. Lucas can't clear. Here's Joe Linton. Joe Linton
send it to America.
Vinicius got a little toe poke on it.
No.
Longstaff wants a corner. I was giving a goal kick.
No. Yeah, it's a goal kick.
That's fine.
Very, very unconvincing defending, though. Very unconvincing.
Yeah. You can say that again. Oh, man.
Vinicius did well, though, to be fair to him. Showing his centre-back experience in there.
But Sanchez out. Vinicius in. Vinicius for centre-back. Come on, baby. Let's go.
Anything is better than Sanchez or Dyer, let's be honest. Spurs think I was trying to see this game through to half time. We're still leading 2-1.
Why?
Where is Sanchez?
It's a very good clearance by Rodon. Easy could put that out for a corner, but he's done well to prevent that from happening. Sanchez clears, Vinicius gets a touch.
Oh, no.
Can we just let's stop giving me a heart attack for Pete's sake?
Come on, Preston. Make him kick it long.
All right, let's have fun.
Yes, well done.
All right, I got to go to coffee, guys. I'll be back. All right.
Come on.
Yeah, no worries.
Come
Half-time
on.
at St James's Park, and it is Spurs leading by a goal to nil after Joe Linton gave Newcastle a lead. Harry Kane, within the space of 5 minutes of the game, turned on its head with 2 goals. The Louis Landers Harry Kane hair prediction coming up trumps, as it is always spot on. And Harry Kane, as a comment came in there a while ago, I think it was Bradley Coombs said, Harry Kane single-handedly winning us this game. It's not been a good performance. Welcome, Tottenham Teacher, to the stream. It's not been a good performance. It's not been convincing defending. We've not been good going forward. But, like I said, David, all that matters is we have the lead. I'd take the worst performance in the world if it meant we got 3 points to get back in that top 4. And like we said, we're going to take a quick look at the Premier League table. We probably shouldn't, because it's half-time. We might just be teasing ourselves. But I think it's hard not to, when we're having a season that we're having, to see Spurs with 8 games left sitting in that top 4. So let me just get this up very quickly, and we can take a look at this beautiful, beautiful site. Look at that. Look, let me zoom that in a bit. Spurs currently sitting 4th as it stands. Of course, a long way to go in this game, a way to go in this season as well. But look at that. Ahead of Chelsea, who apparently have the best manager in the world. Thomas Tuchel came in and they were rolling. They were just motoring on for ages, saying, "Oh, we're the best team in the world. We're this, we're that, we're the other thing." They're behind Spurs. They're behind a manager that they said is way beyond his best. They're behind a team that they say is a one-man team relying on Harry Kane. A team they say the defense is the worst in the world. They might be right about the defense, but still they're behind us in the table after 5-2 defeat at home to West Brom yesterday. David, I asked this before the international break. Is this season feeling worse than it is because of the games that we've lost? We've lost the big games rather than just a little game here, a little game there. It's when it's really mattered we've lost the games. But is that the worst thing in the world if we're still going to creep into that top 4?
Look, I could never forgive going out to Zagreb. I can't forgive it, right? I can't. But it's what we've seen throughout the time. You know, Pochettino, great manager. Beautiful man, great manager. Big games came around, you know, the players, you know, you've seen the performances change, weren't the same. They always lost when the crunch time came around. And, you know, it's happened at times this season. Perhaps a bit more, but like I explained, it's to do with what Jose doesn't have the best of Pochettino's squad. He's players that have their aging now. You know what I mean? Some of them are past the prime. He's left with a lot of Pochettino's backups, and he's combining it to one, and we're still in a top 4 push. It's absolutely insane to think Chelsea can go 13 games unbeaten, right? And the form we've been on, and we're sitting top 4 right now.
It's mad.
Is it the worst of seasons? I don't think so. I think it's just the manner. Look, it was the manner of the North London Derby defeat combined with the Zagreb game.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of turned everyone like, no, this is it. You know what I mean? But like I've always maintained, that the problem is the squad. It needs to be rotated. The squad is the players. They've let us down before. You know what I mean? Until we can get some of the deadwood and the sidemen out and bring in fresh blood to come in and compete for places, which means you're going to get the best out of the best players out of the squad. You know what I mean? That's when things will start clicking. And I've always maintained all the way through. And you see it again today. Look, Sanchez, he had a good run of games for me. Look, I thought he was our worst defender against Aston Villa, to be honest with you. But then today, he set the tone for how shaky the back is. You know what I mean? And this is just the sort of players you're dealing with. But all in all, for us to be able to get, if we can get top 4, that's huge, man.
It is. It's crazy. And look, there's no denying that if we do get top 4, it's Harry Kane. It's down to Harry Kane. It's down to his goals. It's down to his assists. And with that brace today, Harry Kane has become the 8th highest goal scorer in Premier League history. So this man that, he was a 1-season wonder, then he was a 2-season wonder, then he has to leave Spurs to achieve anything. He has to leave Spurs for this. He's never going to achieve anything at Spurs, this, that, sort of thing. He's the 8th highest goal scorer in Premier League history, and he's still 28. This man has 3-4 years left in his absolute prime.
How many is he at Shearer now?
I'll have a quick look there.
I'll tell you this, Matty. Knowing his work ethic, I think he has more than just 3 years. I'm telling you, the guy is an absolute beast. Harry Kane is the hardest working footballer I've ever seen. He got Van der Vaart saying that when he first saw Kane, he never thought he would be amount to anything. You wouldn't think he would be the striker that he is. The reason he is the striker that he is isn't, like, from what I've seen, isn't because he has naturally gifted talents. It's all through hard work and dedication. Kane was not born a gifted footballer. He made himself a gifted footballer.
And that's true, actually, because, like you know, lads, I listen to loads of podcasts, be it managers, football players and stuff like that. And anyone that's asked about Harry, like Kane, or who's playing with him at under 21 level or out on his own experiences or that, or even in around Tottenham, ex-Tottenham players that would have been there, they all said, look, looking at the guy, he had the right shape, the physicality and everything else, but he didn't have the, what you call the shooting skills that he has now, the technical ability. But they said one thing he done is he worked. He'd be out there after training finished with a bag of balls. You know what I mean? He constantly worked, and he deserves everything. And I love the man. Well, I think everybody knows that, but I absolutely adore him.
Oh, if you don't love it, listen. If you don't love Harry Kane, then are you even a Spurs fan? Like honestly,
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Is that even possible?
That first goal was lucky.
Oh, it was. And actually, Harry Kane is 98 behind Shearer. So it goes to show how incredible Shearer was. He's 98 behind. Fenn here says Roden has been class. I would give Jaffet a go at centre back. I'm going to pop off for 2 seconds. But what have you guys made of Tanganga and Joe Roden today?
I think Joe Roden has been class. I think Tanganga is proving me that he's not a right back. In my opinion, he's just not his position. Just doesn't seem very comfortable there. I don't know about you, David.
Look, first of all, I want to say Joe Roden, I think he's been absolutely quality today. I do want to say that I've been a bit dubious on Joe Roden. I do think he has the potential. Just in some of the mistakes he made earlier on in the season, I was a bit dubious. But one thing I will say, the last 2 games I've seen of him, I think he's been our best defender. He's been absolutely brilliant. Today, like I said, whether it's coming over the top over the right or whether it's coming over the top over the left, props to the guy. He's covering Sanchez and he's completely just mopping it up. He's been an absolute brilliant. He's been a warrior. And for me personally, I think it's nice over the last 2 games, to even with Jaffa Tanganga and Roden, to just see players throwing their body in front of the ball, to just love defending. Tanganga, is he a right back? I've always stated, Marcelo, like you always had trust in Roden. I've always stated with Tanganga, I've always seen him as a centre back. I've always seen him as a mould of a Ledley King. For some reason, Jose is pinpointing him as a right back. What he did say in his press conference when asked about Tanganga is that he needs to improve his attacking runs and he's crossing of the ball and stuff like that. His attacking side of the game. And I do think that will come with experience, obviously, more games, training, stuff like that. But defensively at right back, I think he's been solid, to be honest with you. I think it's more or less what's caught him out now and once or twice against Philly was what Jose was alluding to.
How did Joe Linton score against us? I'm sorry, I just saw the video of Joe Linton scoring against us, and that is still unbelievable. Listen, I agree with you. I think defensively, Tanganga has been good. I do think he just misses the technical ability of being a right back. I just don't think he has it. I think he's a better center back, in my opinion. I would prefer a Joe Rodon and Tanganga center back partnership than Joe Rodon and Sanchez. I think Sanchez has been abysmal this first half. You know, I think you said it. You
and
said
he was
it.
our worst defender against Villa.
Yeah, and you said it. He set the tone for what it's like, and you look at the difference when they're put under pressure. Rodon, calm and compose. Reguilon, calm and compose. Sanchez panics. Tanganga kind of panicked. He's panicking a little bit. He's just not comfortable with the ball at the right back position, in my opinion. But I just want to say, David.
To be honest with you, with Tanganga, Marcelo, I think it is what you said earlier. I don't think it's that he's panicking. I just think the ability, and I think that's what it comes down to. And again, it's what Mourinho was alluding to. Look, he has everything to be right back. He just has to be better on the ball. And it's what you were saying. I don't think he's panicking, as in, like Sanchez is panicking. Like you watch it, even when he gets the ball, there's no one near him, Marcelo. He cannot wait to pass it off.
Yeah, I don't get that.
He's just setting the tone for today's defensive from the off today. He set the tone for the North today.
Yeah, I don't get that. Like the ball comes to him, take a first touch, pass. Instead, he just boots it away. Keeps booting away. It's like, bro, like that's not good. That might be good enough in Colombia, but that's not good enough here. Like you gotta touch, pass, like be nice and crisp about it. But I will say this. 3 positives. Kane, obviously, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic today. Saved us. I think Lucas has also been making some great runs. Even though he didn't get a goal and assist, I think he's just a little, he's just a fireball, man. He really annoys defenses. And I think, obviously Rodon, but actually I'll add another one. We still got, Son. We still got Son in the bench. So if we actually need to, turn it up a little bit, that could be a good one. And Shane Fleming, you want to take that one?
I know you're winning, but the defense is horrid. Yeah, but no, look.
I don't think the defense is horrid. I think the defense has been good apart from 2 players. One of them is not a right back, and the other one is just brainless. You know what I mean? So it's like,
But look, it's been the same thing over the season, though. Like you get good games from this defense, you get bad games. For me now, it's all about just patch it. Look, I'm going to treat it like it's a surgery. So we know there's things that need to be done. But right, you know what I mean? Just patch it up right now. Do whatever you can. Bandage it, put plasters over it, just to get to the end of the season. And then we can delve in and sort out the issue and stitch it back up and send us back out next season. Right now, it's just about doing the best you can and just getting over the line. I don't care how we do it. I just want to get over the line. I want this season to end. I want a better transfer window, and I want to go into next season with renewed optimism. And look, fair comment though. Fair comment. Our defense has been shit all. Well, shit all season.
50% of our defense. 50% today. 50% of our defense has been terrible, and the other 50% have been good. But other than that,
I think Rodon's definitely a huge plus today.
Yeah,
I have to give credit to him.
I think Reguilon also. I think that he's been very good. I think maybe he's not getting up the pitch, but I think defensively he hasn't let a single thing come on from that left-hand side. He hasn't. Yeah,
no. Reguilon's been decent. There was once or twice now where maybe he's been caught too far forward at one stage. But apart from that, no. Look, we know what Reguilon. He's quality. He's going to be quality. Imagine he's good this year. Imagine how good next year he's going to be. With the season of Premier League underneath his belt. You know what I mean? It's going to be absolutely amazing. But in terms of the day, look, we went 1-0 down. It's what we've seen bits at times this season where we go 1-0 down. United, Southampton, games like that. Suddenly we wake up, we come to life. Why is it taking till we get 1-0 down? But another huge positive. When we were going 1-0 down back then, when we probably played our best football this season, we scored straight away. And what did we do today? We walked straight up the other end of that field. Gio Lascelles saw a beautiful little outside of the boot ball. Kane got the look, but you have to be in the position to receive the look. The ball came to him, he slotted it home. Brilliant. Then we went through again, in no doubt as soon as we went through. Second goal. You know what I mean? But it's not over. This game is not over. I do think they sense a second. I think I can maybe see them getting a second with how open we have been at times at the back. So I do think we need a third goal. Third goal would kill this. And like you said, Marcelo, We still have Son, we have Bale, we have Lamella. We have different options to bring on if we really need to go for it.
Yeah.
But lads, I just have to go for a quick toilet and I'll be back.
Yeah,
no worries.
Go do your Eric Dyer.
Fenn says, do you not think Reguilon keeps getting caught? They should have scored if Joe Linton could play a through ball.
Well, the thing is with Reguilon, he has a much different role than a lot of our defenders. He is more of a wing back. His job is to get, the attack going from our defense. It's not his fault that Sanchez just can't make a simple pass. It's not his fault that, our defense from the back, because he is more, like, if you notice, he is more up the pitch. But that's because he's there. That's his job. He's there to, bring the ball up the pitch from the defense. But, the goal wasn't his fault. The goal was, Taganga's and Sanchez's fault. And, nothing Reguilon or Rodon can do about that. That was just a messed up situation. And, I think, I don't know, like, he hasn't been perfect, but I think, he hasn't been letting a lot of stuff, go out. Like, I haven't seen so many crosses come out of that left-hand side. And my guy, bro. My guy. Let's go.
Son is, sorry, I hate to cut you off, Marcelo, but I'm so excited. It's Carlos Vinicius who's coming off, which is a bit of an interesting decision. One that I wouldn't have expected, but Heung-min Son is on. And I'm very excited about this. If he can get 45 minutes under his belt and then a week off and play United next Sunday, I think, of course, United playing Granada on Thursday, I think is going to be a very tiring one for them. But look, Heung-min Son on the pitch. The second half is about to kick off. People asking about Ndombele in his first half performance. I think Ndombele was very good in that first half. A lot of what we did. Oh yeah,
I wasn't too impressed. I'm sorry, Matty.
Look at the assist he got. It was a really good assist. A lot of what we're doing through the middle is coming through him.
An
early chance for Newcastle, and the Reece has to turn that one around the post. 15 seconds into the half, and Almiron has a chance.
That's
a good effort,
man.
Jordan says Son has entered the chat. But a corner here for Newcastle right at the beginning of the second half. And Spurs, let's not do a Spurs, please.
Yeah, I'll say this, that was poor defending from Reguilon. He should have been covering that left-hand side right there. Yeah. Just let the defender just walk past him. That was the first time I saw that. That was poor.
If anyone does want to sync up this watch along with whatever stream you're watching the game on, that is where we are. I'll take this down in about a minute, and I apologize I can't keep it up because of the same usual stuff. But if you do want to sync up, that is where we are, just kicking off in the second half. Nothing coming of that Newcastle corner, and a throw in for Spurs on the right hand side, and a chance to get our foot on the ball. But Rodon allowing Almiron to take that shot. Almiron is very clever, just using Rodon as a guide to try and curl it around him. I think it was going off target, but Lloris wasn't to know that, and it was a save he had to make.
Yeah, you gotta palm that out.
Son straight into the wars there with a strong challenge, but the referee not giving anything.
Pass the ball.
He's just blown it up because of the injury here for Kraft. Not sure what's wrong with him. Craig Pawson checking him out there. He seems okay. He'll be up in a minute. Takes it down. Son in with the challenge. Just giving him a dead leg there. That's a dead leg. Knee into the thigh. That's never a nice one. It'll be a drop ball and Spurs get back possession from this, I'm sure.
That's perfect. Get him a little bit, just a little bit stuck in. I think he's fine. I don't think he's injured. If he's injured, they'll be sad.
He shouldn't be playing Premier League football if he gets injured from that. But look, guys, there's 160 people watching right now. We're on 207 likes, so let's get that up to 250 ASAP. Everyone who hits that like button, it really, really helps us out, pushes this stream out to more and more people, and helps us become a bigger show, a bigger channel, and it'll be massively appreciated. So please do smash that like button if you are enjoying it. And look, if you're not enjoying it, hit the dislike button. I'm not going to.
Look, guys, hold on a second. If you want Tottenham to get top 4, you got to go down. You got to look at that like button and just smash it. Smash it like we're going to smash Newcastle, all right? We got to go there. If you want to see me with an R9 haircut, yes, I said it, me with an R9 haircut, you go in there and you smash that. You like it. Create other accounts and like it. No, I'm just kidding. I'll be botting. But just give the support, give the love that Matty needs, because he needs to go full time. And you know what? We got to get him full time, bro. It's about time. Matty's got to be here every time. The Three Musketeers is back. What better time than to like this video?
If your phone doesn't look like that, completely smashed when you're done liking it, I don't know what to say. You got to smash that screen, smash that like button. Come on, let's get it done.
Is that your new phone?
Oh man. Jesus
Murphy, it's
Christ.
saved. Comes back to Murphy. Block.
This
Oh,
is
And it's
well
fired
done,
over
Lord.
the bar.
Putting his body on the line again.
Jesus. How many shots are they gonna have?
That's the old phone, David. That's the old phone.
Oh, I was going to say, if that was the new phone, I was going to say, Jesus Christ, man.
No. This new one is being protected.
That's poor from Regulon. That's poor from Regulon. What is going on?
Well done, Roden. That's a good block.
I can't read your name there, but I appreciate that comment. And this is my first watch along with This Is Great. And we've Matthew as well saying, all you guys are legends. Thank you very much.
If Will is watching, Will, tell us what the guy's name is.
Yeah, please. Oh, James says, just broke my phone. That is the most heartbreaking moment ever. It's like when you break the screen on your phone for the first time. James, I'm genuinely sorry to hear that.
I'm gutted for you, man. It's heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking because especially when you're trying to read a story or a news article or something, when it's to do with Tottenham and you just see the crack coming along and you have to keep scrolling to read the sentence. It's heartbreaking, lad. I feel for you.
Oh, that's a high boot. No, that's a boot. That's a yellow card, surely. That's nasty.
I don't think he's
Lascelles is another name that no one's mentioned. Do you think if Newcastle went down, we could get Lascelles? I like Lascelles. I think he's a good defender.
I think he's a good defender, but I'm not sure he'll be that ball playing player that we want. You know, he'll be good in the air. For me, he's kind of similar to Lewis Dunk. In that there's a reason that no one has picked him up yet, to be honest.
Yeah, no. Look, we could do better. You know, he's good.
Oh, why is that? Sanchez again, please.
He doesn't even know where the ball is. He just doesn't.
No, honestly, if anyone ever watches this and you're involved with Tottenham Hotspur, please, I'll do it for free. Just let me bring Sanchez out for extra training after training.
Doing, man? What is Endon Baller doing?
Someone's got to let that happen, David.
He's just holding the ball for too long.
Let me bring him out with a bag of balls, fire them at him, just control it. There's no one else around you, just control it. It's all I want you to work on. And then the week after, we'll take it with his passing. You know, slow and steady, but please, I'll do it for free. I'm not messing. It's painful at this stage.
But I'll say this, guys. Talking about defenders, I did finally watch Lille. I watched the game against PSG.
Oh, they were so good,
bro. Botman, he I've only seen one game, so I can't say too much else. But Botman is actually good, man. He's a good from what I've seen.
Left footed as well. That'd be perfect.
Mike Mignon was fantastic yesterday as well. That save from Mbappe in the first 15 minutes was a really good save.
Yeah, that was a very good game. I was very impressed by the defense.
I got super chat here from Jiminy with the $8. Says, "Let's go Spurs! Let's go Spurs!" Had a horrible weekend, and this live stream is curing my depression. Well, Jiminy, look, I'm glad it's something that you can enjoy. Look, like we always say, all our DMs are open if you ever need a chat or anything like that. And we hope you're feeling better soon.
I echo that. You ever need a chat, lad? The inbox is always open. You're a true member of the Map Pack. You always have been since day one on the watch-alongs and that, my man. And hopefully this is helping you. Go on.
I think there's a foul there.
Lads, just on PSG, to be honest with you, I don't really keep an eye on League One, but what's the story with the league there?
Lille are on top now. Lille are 3 points ahead of PSG, and I don't know if Lyon beat Lens last night. I think Lyon drew with Lens. So they're level on points at PSG as well. Let me just double check that.
No, PSG was 63, Lille is 66.
Yeah. God,
there's no way PSG can't win that league. They've been winning it for the last 15 years.
Pochettino said yesterday he thinks it'll be hard to win the league. He's not expecting to win it.
Man, they're the best squad in the league by a mile.
Oh, by a country mile. And look, Lille's squad is really good. I think it's a lot more balanced than the PSG team.
Yeah.
They have some fantastic players there. Mignon, Botman, Bamba, Akone. They have a really good squad there. But PSG should be winning that.
The issue with PSG right now is that they have like a very their midfield is actually not that good. It's really not that good. That midfield of theirs it's very shocking, but they still should be winning the league. That's pretty.
But you have Neymar and Mbappe, you have to win the league.
Yeah. Winning Neymar, Mbappe, Di Maria,
Is Choupo-Moting, did he play yesterday?
He plays at Bayern now.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't even know that because I was watching the PSG game with one of the lads, and we had a PSG in our ACA, and we were hoping Choupo-Moting would score the winner. And we just never saw him. They were watching the Bayern game against Leipzig later on, and Choupo-Moting scored. We were like, I thought he was still with PSG. No, he's gone to Bayern though.
Yeah, but I was very impressed. I was very impressed with Botman and the whole Lille team. To be honest, they were very
Have you
organized.
seen much of Camavinga?
He's having an awful season.
No, yeah, I haven't seen much about him. I haven't heard much about him.
He's having a woeful season. He's been terrible. I think he played with the France under-21s there over the international break as well, and he couldn't keep his place in the team. He's been really bad.
Yeah.
We got Kev Williams.
He's a player with huge potential. I'm telling you, he's going to be a star lad. Didn't he not make his debut for the French senior team this year and score on his debut as well?
I'm not too sure. I just know, like in recent months, I suppose he's been on the decline. But Kev Williams here to Super Chat. Just want to get to this with the £2. Kev, thank you so much. You're an absolute legend. Says, what's going on with Sanchez and why no Toby today? On the Toby front, we were told before the international break it was because he was ill. Then he played 3 games for Belgium and he's not in our squad today. So I assume there's something going on behind the scenes there. And with Sanchez, he's improved, but he's just not good enough.
No,
he still doesn't cook for me. He's physical and he's fast, but defensively positioning not good enough, awareness not good enough, on the ball not good enough. I think I always say about him, he's an athlete more than he is a footballer.
Look, it's well and good having all the attributes, but if you can't play football, what good is it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just send him off to be a sprinter or something.
Yeah, I think Sanchez has a lot of work to do, and it's never going to work out when he's coming into a manager.
I think he might have pushed that guy down the box, if I want to be honest.
Oh my lord!
No, there's no shouts there. I can't imagine that would be given. That ball runs harmlessly through to Lloris.
Look, there could be maybe a VAR thing right here. Sanchez, I think, might have shoved the guy. If he did, if there is something, if there is a penalty here.
Look, we're waiting for something to happen there. Matthew here says, do you guys think it may take Kane to push the board to spend the money we need? That's actually a good point. And do you think, David, that Kane could go up to the board and say, if you don't spend, I'm out?
Look, I've said this. I've said, look, I do think if Mourinho stays, Kane will give it another year. But I do believe that does depend. And I've said this on multiple streams, on multiple channels, that, I think it'll take for him to be in a meeting with Daniel Levy and Jose Mourinho, see what's coming in, and assess it from there. I do think that's what it's going to take. And look, Harry Kane, he's in a wonderful position, Matty, because, he can say, look, I don't want to leave. I want you to match my ambition, this, and this. You know what I mean? And if he leaves and comes out then and says, look, ultimately, I wanted to stay. I know how much I'm loved there.
Nice from Rodon.
And I said to Levy, look, I want a better quality players coming in, and he's let me down, and that's why I've left. So, look, Levy won't want that because, everyone's just going to take Harry Kane's side. Look what he's done for the team. Look what he's done for this club. You know what I mean? And yeah, 100%. It's spot on. It's absolutely spot on. Kane has a huge say in this.
This game looks so shaky, man.
Another goal to do us the world of good.
We need to go. No. I honestly, I can see Newcastle leveling up here.
Don't say that.
No, man. I'm just gonna say it. Like I say how it is.
I agree with you. Just don't say it, please.
Maybe if I say it, I'll reverse jinx us. You never know.
I think he needs to get an injection. I think he needs to make a substitute in the middle. Maybe take off Lo Celso and put on Lamela or something.
Think about this. I was hyped, right? I was very hyped. I said, "There's no way Joe Linton can score against us." Joe Linton comes in and scores against us.
What is that? Who done that?
That is so poor.
What shithead done that?
That was Lucas. Oh, was that Lo Celso? That was Lucas.
Oh my God! What? Oh. Simple pass.
Oh, God.
Just float it straight into him. We're on the attack. What does he do? No, straight to Newcastle player. Must be colourblind. No, that's a simple ball. I'm sorry. That's a simple. Just a little.
No. Don't be sorry.
That's good football by Spurs.
Come on now.
That's how you do it. See that? That's how you do it.
But that's it. See, straight away. The first time we get it, like proper possession in the counter-attack, Son is gone. Kane's trying to pick out that pass.
Son's had a little trim. He's had a little shave lower down on the side of the hair there. I like the little haircut he's got going on.
And I miss K-pop Son. When he had the dye. Yeah, the dye. I miss that. I miss he looked like a little K-pop star. I loved it.
Please, just one more chance for Kane. Let him bury it. Let him put this game to bed. That's all we need.
Matthew says, David, you should be on TV. You're so funny.
I didn't know that. Look, I'm just a clown. I don't understand why people like watching me. I really don't. I just like having my say. I like talking, like having my say. And now I'm just an idiot. I don't know. But thank you. I'll take it. Thank you. If you want to get me on TV, just at anybody, tell them, I'm around. You think I'd be good for TV, let them know. You never know.
You replace Roy Keane on Sky Sports when he takes a Celtic job.
Or they could do a show with me and Roy Keane. That'd be epic.
Oh my God, imagine that. Keane and Harris.
Oh, I see it now, lad. People be tuning in left, right, and centre. It'd be better than Gary Neville and Carragher.
I'd pay to watch that, I won't lie. Maybe the
he's a Spurs fan. He's a Spurs fan, Roy Keane. I always say it. No, listen. People say, oh, no, but he's a United man now. But I'm like, every time Roy Keane talks about Spurs, it's how a fan talks about Spurs. You know what I mean? When they were like, I remember one time they were like, Roy, what happened to Spurs, when we went out of the FA Cup? He's like, well, it's typical Spurs. They always just let you down. It's just like, I'm just like,
you say that a lot.
Oh, stop. Oh, lads, actually, come think of it, right? I was just seeing St. Maximin's hair there. And you see Aubameyang's hairstyle yesterday. Oh my God, it's great.
God, I don't know.
What is he trying to do?
I don't know what he was thinking. Like, I know a lot of like footballers, they like to mess around with their hairstyle. Like Pogba will always do it all the time. But Aubameyang's like 33.
That's ridiculous.
He's 33 years of age and he's doing that over his international break.
That has to be a wig.
No, that's real. That's real.
Oh Lord. When I seen it, I was just looking at him and I was like, what are you doing? What's going on here? Change of boots for
Lloris changing his boots.
I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't know why. I just don't feel comfortable with this.
Look, while Lloris is changing his boots, Loves Music comes out with the £3 super chat. Says David's channel is like League Gunner, brutally honest. You're in a steam company there, to be fair.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll take that. Look, one thing you will get with me is brutal honesty. Look, sometimes it may come across different, but at the end of the day, it's all just brutal honesty. It's what I think. And most importantly, it's only what I think. It may not reflect what other people think, but it's what I think.
That's all anyone can ask of you. Skippy says you guys are like the next generation May Clarkson and Hammond of the world football of the football world. Can I just not be Clarkson? I'll be Mayor Hammond. I do not want to be Jeremy Clarkson. We'll take that though.
What show will we do, lad?
Oh man, come on!
I'm trying to think of a top tier.
Oh my God!
How did he miss?
He's so bad. He's
outside.
Oh my Lord! He's about 7 foot and he still can't get his leg to it. What a waste of space! What a beanpole!
Gracias a Dios. Gracias a Dios.
Yeah, what Marcelo said. I think it's thank you, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, thank God. Thank God he is shit because he's onside, bro. He is not.
Oh my Lord! Oh my God! The guy is built for moments like that. He's about 10 foot tall. He's built for a moment like that, and he still can't score.
And Lucas is so good in the air. I will never understand it.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. He's a good leap on him. He's a good set of springs on him.
Yeah.
Kev Williams, the £2 says, I can't handle this today, lads. We are a shambles. Kev, thank you again for the super chat. Like I say, always appreciated.
Give it. Early free kick here for Reguilon. All he should have done is just get his head to it, pop it over him.
Have you seen those attempt stats? Newcastle, 15 shots, Tottenham
15
4.
shots, yeah. This is embarrassing, bro.
Just back your keeper. Cool, calm, and collective.
Yeah, this is Rodon. Don't worry about it.
Kevin's definitely right when he says first anyway.
It's all true, lad.
Oh man.
Right, stop playing football tennis now. Someone just take the ball down.
Yeah, right? Like, what is this, man? Here. Yep.
Oh,
there we go.
Off the ground.
That is the biggest open under I've ever seen. Any rugby coach watching this would be so proud of that Gary Owen right there.
You ever seen American football, David?
Yeah.
When the kicker, right? I think Sanchez just found his new career. I think he should be that. You know what I mean? Just kick it long. That's all he knows, bro.
But as soon as you seen his body shape and the way he lined up to kick that, you knew exactly what was coming. That was going about 50 feet up in the air, but with no yardage whatsoever.
Tanganga with a poor challenge there. He might go into the referee's book here, and he's claiming he got the ball, but I don't think he's much of an argument there. Chris here says, making hard work of a very poor team, and they will probably score. Yeah, the goal looks like it's coming.
Yeah, look, Jose's got to change something up. He's got to. I don't know what he has to do, man. But
Lamella for Lo Celso. What do you think, lads?
I think so.
Oh,
and
Lamella, boys.
Lucas
for Lucas. Okay, fair enough. I think he slowed down a little bit.
That's an interesting.
I think we just need more energy in that centre midfield right now, though.
I think Lo Celso's been good. I think for me personally, I think Unknown Baller's been awful. I don't know about you, David.
I don't know if he's been awful. Like, he got that assist for the Kane goal. He's been influential. But
he's got an assist, but
in midfield, though. They've the numbers over in midfield.
He's got an assist, but he's been bullied off the ball way too easily all game. What
options does he have, though?
Well, pass the ball.
Yeah, but there's no one giving him an option. There's no one making the move. Newcastle have the man over in the midfield, which should not be happening for starters. But I don't know. I just feel he's who thrives in a game when we're the better team and we're kind of dominating the ball and we have space in the midfield. He needs to be given options because he'll be able to pick out that pass. He'll be the man. He'll play the ball off. Maybe it's a game that just doesn't suit him, but I think it would be harsh to criticize him for his lack of impact today, I suppose. But if that assist is the game that is the one that wins the game for us, credit where it's due.
No, absolutely.
He's one of the most infuriating players, though, isn't he, lads? Because, like, whenever you look at everything about him screams.
That's a foul. That's a yellow card, That's a yellow card.
Everything about Ndombele screams Moussa Dembele. Do you know what I mean? The way he can bring you from one end of the field to the other. But it's just the consistency of his passing, which is a problem for me. And if he can get that sorted out and hit the passes more times than what he doesn't, because to be honest with you, I think he's had a poor game, but he still has an assist, so he's been influential in that sense. And it's just for me, it shows the inconsistency in his play.
Los also has an assist. He assisted for the first goal too.
No, he won't get the assist for that, but
he was the one that got the through ball.
Yeah. Just one good delivery free kick on the right-hand side. It's a decent ball. He hits it out.
Oh, David.
He's Reguilon. Bring that in. Crossing chance.
Good delivery.
For a corner.
Just need one good delivery in this year. Oh, it's shit.
It's all we needed, though. One good delivery, get a head on it, game's over. No. Couldn't do it. And, it's the most infuriating thing from a set piece to see a shit delivery, even a corner kick. It's the most basic thing to do.
Yeah.
The most basic thing to do to get right. And it's just infuriating. Like, to not beat the first man from a corner kick when you spend time midweek practicing on these, it's criminal.
Yeah. Come on,
you literally should be brought in front of the judge and given a fine. Go on, get him. That's over. Please.
Clears it off the line. Jaffa Tanganga almost had his first goal in a Spurs shirt.
Man, he let through the air like Michael Jordan. What a jump.
The corner comes in and Bradford comes and punches it out and he ends up on the ground and there's 4 or 5 players waiting under the ball for it to come down and Tanganga comes soaring in and he gets a strong header on it, but Almiron manages to clear it off the line.
That's the second corner he's got on the end of today. That's the second corner he's been on the end of.
What a moment that could have been.
That was a terrible pass. What is Sanchez doing? No, hold on a second. Sanchez sees there's a Newcastle player behind Endo Baller. Endo Baller can't see that. Sanchez said, all right, I know Endo Baller is circled by a bunch of Newcastle fans, but I can't, because I'm such an idiot and a donkey, I'm just going to pass it to him anyways so he can lose the ball. It's like, dude, open your eyes. Oh my God. This guy is so bad. Even
when he passes it, it's bobbling everywhere.
Yeah, he misses the basics of football. It's ridiculous.
Look at the bobble on that. Look, everyone else's is flat, and his is bobbling everywhere.
Control that, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, this is what I mean. He's trying too hard. He needs to make just simple passes. He needs to make one-touch simple passes.
Honestly, that is
nice.
Come on, let's go. We fight on three.
Dembele making the run. Lamella Kane on the right side on the left.
Anyone?
Celso to Lamella.
Why didn't he dummy it? Why didn't he dummy it? Why didn't you just let it run? Greedy shithead.
Reguilon squares it. Is it still there?
All the time in the world. Take a touch, man.
Rodon lucky to keep possession there. Here's Lo Celso into Lamella. Back to Højbjerg and Spurs are slowing down a bit here. But there's a couple of chances there to maybe catch Newcastle out, and the final pass just lacking for Spurs. Reguilon now trying to whip it in. No, he doesn't. He dummies it back to Lo Celso.
Come on.
Pass by Lo Celso. Raylan with the cross, it's headed away.
Just don't foul him.
He's going to foul him.
Don't foul him.
Stupid foul. He's so
infuriating.
Nowhere in Dombele.
What an airhead.
Need some chocolate to calm me down.
I'm okay with that foul.
No need to foul him. No need. That's stupid, man. We had them under pressure. He had his back. He was facing his goal. You do not foul him. Oh, St. Maximin, we need to score another. This guy, we cannot afford to let him one-on-one. He will destroy anybody one-on-one in this Premier League. But maybe it's left for Joe Rodon and hopefully Jaffa Tanganga.
Wait, drinking Capri Sun, David?
Yeah, lad, yeah.
You gotta get that rehydration, huh?
I do, lad. You know, just Spurs, man. You know, they constantly have you chatting, lad. Oh, well done.
Oh my goodness, this is. I need to breathe.
Lads, why didn't Reguilon just take a touch there and shoot it? He had all the time in the world. He had so much space.
I'm getting really scared. I can see an 85-minute equaliser from a corner.
I can't do it if it happens. I can't. I'm gonna cry.
It's gonna happen, and they deserve it, bro. Newcastle's been playing very good. They've been playing very good.
This is what I don't like. This is stupid.
Oh, how has he missed that?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
This is so.
Actually, no. Leave him on.
How did he score against us? He's all the time in the world. 6 yards out. Lloris planted to the spot, and that's not even close.
Oh
man, he's terrible.
Who missed that header? Tanganga. Can't be missing them. Oh, how did he miss that, man? How did he miss that? Oh, if we win, I'm thanking Joe Linton personally. I'm definitely at that.
He's man of the match, bro. He's man of the match.
Yeah. Every Spurs fan should at him on Twitter and be like, "Thank you so much."
Please sign for us. We love you. Look, St. Maximin is on for Dwight Gale for the last 20 minutes,
bro.
And I'm terrified.
And I've always said about Newcastle, if the game is in the balance going into 70 minutes, they sniff it and they usually get it.
Lamella. That's it. It's 2 yard pass and he can't do it.
Oh,
it's 2 yards, Gary. Oh, easy not made that pass.
2 yards, Gary. 2 yards, man.
Come on. Oh, if we do not score here,
give it to a no baller. Give it to fucking a no baller. He is open.
Endon Baller stayed out too out wide there. He should have came in a little, but he should have been given the ball. Kane, Jesus, come on, man.
Lamella just had eyes for Kane and Son.
Oh, Lamella.
Right, he didn't even care about Ndombele. That's chance missed again.
Lamella, you fucking egghead. He's so open, man.
We're the only team who managed to miss chances without actually getting the shot off.
We have to score
chance, no shot. That one there, no shot.
We have
have
score
more chances than our stats show, I think.
Top corner, have visions. Please, Kane, give it to me.
Come on, Kane.
Had it all weekend that you're going to score free kicks.
If he scores this for his hat-trick, for his 20th goal of the season, I cannot be held responsible for what I say and do.
Please, give it to me. Give it to me.
No, he ain't got to.
Come on, Kane.
Give it to me. I can see top corner. David Kane or Harry Kane.
This could be a huge moment in Tottenham's history.
He's not going to score this.
Bury it, top corner.
Not going to score this. Not going to score this. Not going to score this.
Oh, he's hit the wall. Of course he's hit the wall.
Yeah.
He's just a new Ericsson pieces.
Give it back. Let him dink one in. Finish.
Numbers in the box. Pull that back. Reguilon dinks it too much.
Oh.
And Domini's going to keep it alive.
Well done. Let's see what Jaffa can do. Oh, well done. Well done.
Also, out left. No. Well done. Ah,
come on. You can't be letting Shelley take down. Yes, well done. And the baller.
Middle. Kane.
Yes. He's letting you strike first time.
Fucking missed that.
Kill the game. Kill it.
It was just caught up underneath his feet.
What a ball.
Really good reading of the game by Ndombele to intercept that pass out wide. A little step over and a lovely ball into Harry Kane. He takes a touch, it's caught underneath his feet, and he tries to flick it with his right foot. But it was really, really difficult there. And
lucky. What a ball by Ndombele. What a ball. What vision.
Sanchez tries to lift it forward. There's nobody there. He's just giving the ball straight. Sanchez.
Donkey.
Oh,
He's
right,
trying to play the ball straight into the feet of Emil Kraft.
Donkey.
I don't want to see him again. I do not. I'm not mentioning this time. I don't want to see him again. He's just reminded me of how awful he's been, and I should never have praised him in the first place.
I'd rather Steve Bruce play centre half for us, to be honest, as he is now.
Just what a. He's really annoying, isn't he? He's just a real
He doesn't give you any confidence, does he?
Like he's really, really annoying.
Come on, Tottenham. It's Newcastle. Like they've 11 points in the last 18 games, and we're making them look like prime Barcelona. Sanchez,
what is he doing?
Oh,
he's lucky.
God.
He's lucky. Oh, he is lucky. Please take him off now. Bring me on moon boots. I don't care. Get moon boots on. I couldn't care now. Get moon boots.
I see the day where David Harris was calling for Eric Dyer, but my God, I agree with him.
He didn't know where he was. You've seen that. He just didn't have a clue. Your man was on site.
He's sleeping. He's literally sleeping. He's sleepwalking, bro.
Paul Russell
Just you know what I would do? I would just take off. I'll just take off Sanchez, put the game as center back, and put Aurier.
Aurier's not on the bench.
Oh, is he not?
No, he's not.
I didn't see the lineup.
Not in the squad.
Get it out later.
Come on, fast.
Get the name.
Dyer is our only player on the bench.
So Matt Doherty then, I guess.
He's not there.
He's out injured. He picked up the injury against Luxembourg.
Dyer is literally our only defender on the bench.
Jesus fuck.
Sissoko maybe could go right back.
Yeah, I said that, but I don't know.
No. Sissoko right back is horrendous.
Just clatter him.
Oh, yes,
done.
What a challenge! Come on,
Højbjerg, you general, the Viking. Oh, I don't
lose the ball here. Don't lose the ball here. Don't lose the ball here.
Well done.
Come on, just hold the ball. Just hold the ball.
Back into the middle. Well done. Recycle it. Back across.
This is such like why do we just make it so difficult?
I know.
Like why are we just so like this has to be the most difficult club to support, David. It has to be. You cannot name me another club that's more difficult to support than Tottenham Hotspurs, man.
Yes.
Can't.
No, and do you know what the madness of this game? This could be 4-all right now. Like we've had a couple of chances. They've had some sitters as well. You know what I mean?
Oh, I think they definitely deserve to equalize. At least from the amount of chances that they had. But hey, I'll take it.
Drive at him.
There we go. No, just like this. Keep it passing. Keep it nice and smooth. And then there we go. Pat, yeah, there we go. Good job.
First flat passes game all game.
Yeah. But stretch out the defense, pass it around, relax, try not to lose the
All
ball.
the way out. Yes.
Sonny.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
It was a good idea.
That's a free. Yes, well done, Rep. Thank you. Højbjerg. This is what we need. We need him stepping up, doing this bits and pieces. What he's doing now, that tackle, what he just done there. A good idea by Sonny as well.
Yeah, no, it was a good attempt. It was probably the only ball he could, it was probably the only play he could make, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, please. Seeing this game, it's let's I think Will Stewart.
We got Will here with I'll take that clock down for seconds. We can still see Marcelo. Will with the $10. Will, thank you so much. You're an absolute hero. Says, I've tried to stay quiet to focus, but I'm breaking the silence because I'm losing my head. Why isn't Ndombele playing right wing? Because Lamela won't stay in his position. Sorry, Matt, he has to go. Look, I'll be honest, I haven't paid too much attention to Lamela's positioning since he came on, but I'll absolutely take your word for it. Will, you know your stuff. We'll keep an eye on it. I do disagree on the whole Lamela thing, Will, but I admit he hasn't had the impact we would have hoped.
Oh my goodness.
That one's definitely gone into the river tide.
What do you guys make of that? Do you think Lamela is forcing Ndombele out of position?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was just looking to see if Højbjerg's ball just hit my house. But no, listen, Lamela he should have made that pass to a no baller. I mean, it's a simple forward pass, and no baller created all the space in the world, and he's just so one-footed. He is the most one-footed footballer I've ever seen. That he is forcing a no baller to, I see a no baller in the wing, or as a 10. It's just, I don't know, man. He's messing us around, man. He has a lot of great energy, great tackles, but he needs to do more than that. He needs to be more, technical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, look. I'll be honest. I haven't really paid too much attention to his positioning. But yeah, look, there is a case for it. We have seen him out on the right wing a couple of times, but we have also seen him pop up on the left.
Nice there for
I'm going to watch out for it now over the next 15 minutes anyway.
We'll watch it for you, Will. We'll watch him for you.
Come on.
Joe Willock has come on for Emil Krafts, and Newcastle going a bit more.
He better not do something. Gooner.
Probably a 4-4-2 maybe that they're going to now pushing.
Yeah, he's
pushing Richie and Murphy on. Oh, come on, Tottenham, please. I hate this club.
If they had Callum Wilson, man. If they had Callum Wilson, man, that would have been game. I'm not gonna lie.
Terrible.
That's what. Yeah, we're so lucky that Joe Linton is so shit. We are very lucky. Because if they had Callum Wilson, he would have had a hat trick with the amount of chances they've given him.
At least.
But it's also kind of embarrassing, no? This is probably the worst team in the Premier League, I would say. Technique-wise.
Oh, for me, talk to each other.
Oh my God. Holy shit, man. Holy shit. This is like Circus Soleil. It's like, when the clowns get in the car and they start driving around, they start bumping into each other because they're all dizzy and everything. This is some circus shit right here, man. What is that? What is that?
Will says he came on for Lucas on the right. Why does he keep popping up next to Regan? Someone please explain it. I don't know what's harder to explain, Will. Lamella's thought process or Jose Mourinho's tactics? I can't even pretend to think I know what's going on. But again, look, we'll keep an eye on it. But I know
and Matty, I don't want to make it about Jose in, Jose out. Look, if he gets the result, he did it. He did the job, and I'll congratulate him. But
here's Son. Here's a chance. Flag stays down. Kane back stick. Why is Kane not moving?
Hold on.
Edge to Ndombele, and then the flag goes up.
Oh. That's probably why Kane didn't move.
Yeah, but play anyway. What if VAR had seen him outside or something?
Yeah.
Kane looks wrecked.
Yeah, he does. But sure, he looked absolutely shattered when he came off at the end for England against Poland.
Martin says this is 2-2 written all over it, and my God, I agree with you, Martin. I'm terrified.
Come on, Højbjerg. Oh, well done. Well done, Sonny and Højbjerg. Well done, lads. Oh, that's beautiful. And then that happens. Who's that? He's down. He looks hurt. Regulon.
Lo Celso.
Is it? Oh, yeah, Lo Celso.
No, he can't be injured again. If he's injured again, he has to go in the summer. No, I'm serious. What's the point in having a player who can't stay fit for 5 games?
No, I know. Oh, no, I think he just got a stub on the foot from the challenge. He's just wasting time. Newcastle going for it now.
Manquillo on for Murphy. Changing right wing back.
Getting balls into the box.
Yeah, my favourite ever stat about Javier Manquillo was when he signed for Liverpool. In his first 3 games, he dribbled the ball out of play 7 times. Just got the ball and ran on the pitch 7 times in his first 3 games.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Watch him score. St. Maximan, good control there, but that's good.
Well done. Just get 2 around him every time. Well done. Yes, well done, Miss Delso. And well done in the middle. Fair challenge, shoulder to shoulder, fair play.
Joe Willock is the skinniest, scrawniest player I've ever seen in the Premier League, and he's just sent Ndombele into oblivion. How?
This is. Do not let him get that in. Do not let him get that in.
Well done. Well read, Regulon.
Well anticipated.
Oh, no.
Come on, you got to be stronger, man.
In it goes. Højbjerg takes it out for a corner. Is that Roden?
Roden again.
Oh, but that's what I mean, Matty.
That's
You know,
right.
and no baller just getting bully off the
That's
ball
a grind,
way
is
too
it?
easily.
It looks like that could be a grind strain for Højbjerg.
If Højbjerg is injured, just call the season off now. Give the cup to City. Give Champions League to Chelsea.
That looks.
No,
hopefully he's just running it off.
He's fine. He's good. He's good. He's good.
Newcastle.
Oh no, I've no doubt he'll continue. I've no doubt he'll continue. I just hope he doesn't come out after that he's injured.
No, he's good.
Jesus, Willock really did outmuscle.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. He gets out muscled too easily this game. You know, you talk about Dembele. It's like
I think he's tiring out.
Come on, we can kill this out. Give it. Come on.
This is it.
Honestly, give it to Son. Give it to Son.
What are you doing?
You.
Kane. No!
I hate this game. I hate football.
What is he doing? Why didn't he play that to Son earlier?
Fuck off, Lamella.
Great
Get out.
defending. They waited
out.
for him to take the
Get
heavy touch.
out.
They knew it was coming. Good defending, to be fair.
Get out. Get the fuck out. Get out, Lamella. You are shit. You are shit.
Oh, man, that was a chance.
Simple
that was
pass.
a chance.
Simple
Look
pass to
at that.
Ronaldo. So Ronaldo had the acres of space.
Look at the pace of Harry Kane. When has Harry Kane ever been able to do this? Incredible pace. Lamella holding it on to it too long.
Fuck Lamella.
that's shit.
So shit.
The only reason that's become half a chance because of how good Harry Kane is. Honestly, that's so poor by Lamella. Feed that ball into Son and it's 3-1.
You fucking asshole. You fucking limited
Take him
player.
out. Take him out.
I can't, man. I can't with this shit. Lamella, you are
No.
Yep.
No.
Joe Willock?
No.
Yep, Joe Willock.
No.
Yep. Yep. Get him out. Get out. Get
Not
out.
the gooner.
Get out. Get out. Get out. Get the fuck out. Get out. Get the fuck out. Get out. I'm done with this, dude. And they deserved it. They fucking deserved it.
That. He has to deal with that. He has to get his head onto that. What is that? What is?
Yep.
Ah.
Yep. Absolutely deserved. Absolutely deserved. Congratulations, Newcastle. You all played us. Out-tacted by Steve Bruce now. Good job. Yeah.
Just got to show how crucial fucking the men's chance was there. My God.
Yeah.
Will says the $5, Matt, no right foot, can't pass the Son, get out of my club.
Outclassed by Steve Bruce now. This is embarrassing, bro. This is fucking embarrassing. Man. And you know what? The way we set up, this is definitely what we deserve, man. Definitely what we deserved. 100%. Yep. I agree with you out loud there. Another Jose masterclass. Can't even keep possession against fucking Newcastle, man. This is embarrassing, bro. This is shocking. It's the worst team in the Premier League. And we look like second class compared to them. Bottled another opportunity. We had the easiest opportunity to get the top 4 this weekend, and he bottled it. So dumb, man. Yeah, he's not getting top 4. Yeah, this manager isn't getting top 4. He doesn't have the ability.
Gareth Bale's coming on, he's taking control of a free kick here, about 30 yards out. Salary agent says Kane better not kick this one into the wall. It's going to be Gareth Bale who will probably kick it into the wall. This is an absolute joke. This is pathetic. We've seen this coming since the first minute of the second half when they had that chance from tip off. Why can't we put games like this to bed? Newcastle had 3 shots in their last game, and we're making their attack look like it's Liverpool's front 3 of last season.
The man had the opportunity, missed the pass, Kane hit the post, went straight up the other end and scored. It's absolutely brutal.
Our only hope is Bale with his free kicks. We're not good enough from open play.
Oh my lord!
You could put 2 goals on top of that one, and that wouldn't have gone in.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Steve says there are 2 teams on display today, one fighting for relegation, one fighting for top 4. It's clear which one's fighting harder. Could not agree more. This is pathetic. Honestly, pathetic. That man deserves so much more than this football club. Harry Kane does so much more.
And they equalize against Joe fucking Willock. You know what, bro? Like, honestly, Newcastle deserved to win this game. Like, let alone like a point. We're lucky to get a point. We really are.
Oh, Tanganga, what are you doing?
There we go. Yep.
I swear to God, if they win this game, I'm done.
No, they might. They're looking to.
Game, I am done.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh.
They want the corner. They're not going to get it. Same Yassi says, Agent Willock, London is red.
You got fucked by Liverpool. You're shit. 10th place. Shut the fuck up.
Thanks for the super chat.
Yeah, appreciate the super chat. But your team is shit.
As for the comment, we can't agree with you there.
Yeah, team is shit. Nah, man, this is embarrassing. We had the easiest, like it's the easiest game for us to win, and somehow we have looked like absolute ass.
4 minutes added on as we go into added time here at the end of this game. Newcastle on the front foot. Story of the game.
You know, but you talking about this Harry Kane deserves more, right? And everything, Matty, bro, we deserve more than this shit, bro. This is embarrassing, dude. Like, this really is embarrassing. This is some terrible. Like, we're getting outplayed by Newcastle, lads. Like, outplayed by Newcastle. It's shocking.
As Mexico Spurs Supporters Club says, top 4 is officially over. We had it on a plate after yesterday's results.
Like, the thing is, Matty, the thing is, Matty, right? Oh, nice from a no baller. The thing is, Matty, like I understand that like Newcastle's our bogey team, but they never outplayed us. You know, okay, the 5-1, yeah. Oh my goodness. Come on. Pass it to Reguilon. Cross it. Kane.
Lamella.
What do we expect from Lamella?
You're shit. Get the fuck out of this.
What do we expect from Lamella? What do we expect?
Shit. But you know, it's just you know, what was I saying? Like, I've never seen, like, other than that 5-1, right? And that was after, you know, we kind of lost our heads. You know, we were down, losing the league. But other than that 5-1, I've never seen Newcastle outplay us like this. And they, you know, like, I've never seen Newcastle outplay us like this. When we lost them, it was usually 1-0. You know, like a scrappy, you know, dirty win from them. But this is shocking, bro. This is shit.
I haven't seen Newcastle outplay a single team all season.
Yeah. Like, this is on Jose. I'm sorry, bro. Like, what are your tactics, man? How are you getting outplayed by Steve Bruce? This side is so shit, dude. Brighton outplayed these men.
You can't, like, I'm not giving out about your opinion or anything, but you can't say all game long it's Reguilon's been poor and Dombele's been poor, Sanchez has been bad, Lamella's been bad. You can't blame all the players and then say it's the manager's fault.
No, but we can't pass. We can't create any momentum. It's like how can Brighton create momentum? How can all these other teams create momentum against Newcastle? But of course, like, we can't.
What is that?
I don't know, dude. We can't create any momentum. We can't create any, like, there's no, you know, thought in the pass. It's just get the ball, throw it long. You know, hope Kane gets it, creates a bit of magic, and that's it. Just we're so out of ideas, man. So out of ideas. Got out tactics by Steve fucking Bruce, man. So shit. Nah. This is what I'm talking. We're not gonna get top 4.
Again, I say this every time we do this. Find me one Spurs fan who's surprised. Find me one Spurs fan who wasn't expecting this with the way the second half was going. You won't.
Like, yeah, I agree with Paul Russell. We just have no style of play, man. There's just no style of play. Like,
where is he going? Where is he going? Last minute, and he's just after running into 3 players. What an idiot!
Yep. This is gonna bury it.
Newcastle.
Yep. This is gonna bury it.
In it goes. Out it goes. There's the full-time whistle.
Yep. Congratulations, Steve Bruce. And you bottled it. You bottled it again. You had the easiest chance. You bottled it. Fucking getting fed up with this, man. I really am.
I feel sorry for that man. He doesn't deserve this.
Yeah. That's shocking, bro.
I don't even know what to say. Like,
I don't either. Yeah, that's deflating. Deflating.
It's what I came to expect, man.
The Gooner is sweat. The Gooner is sweat.
Huh?
Oh man.
Yeah. But this is what you have when you get a goal and you start dropping back and you're allowing Newcastle to play around us. Newcastle, there's no excuses. You have all the resources. Steve Bruce, the guy who literally has no idea about football. This guy can't outplay fucking West Brom. This guy gets outplayed by every other manager. And Jose got outplayed in the park again fucking today. No rhythm, no style of play. Again, same shit that I've been seeing. Just we play so scared. It's so annoying. I'm so done with that. Man, just be brave. Just pass the ball.
I honestly don't even know what to say. You know, he's gotten out all these players that are apparently the problem, that are apparently the issue, the ones causing disruption in the dressing room, the ones not being good enough their attitude isn't good enough, they don't fight in the pitch, they're this, they're that, the other thing. Not one of those players fought. Okay, Højbjerg with a good few challenges. Harry Kane has been the best player in the Premier League. What is that defence? Davinson Sanchez has been playing at the top level of professional football for 3 or 4 years at this stage. Yes, I'll count Ajax in there because he got to a Europa League final with them, something Spurs can't do. With the best squad in the Europa League, coming up against a Croatian side, all respect to the Croatian league, we have to beat them, and we can't do that. Why is Sanchez not? Actually, I don't even know.
He's brutal.
Awareness, his defensive positioning, his ability on the ball. Honestly, he's got the footballing knowledge of a carrot. I have never seen a player so incompetent on such a consistent basis. How has this club managed to get to the stage where that is our starting centre back? How is he our centre back? I cannot fathom that. There's going to be people coming in saying this is all Jose's fault. This is all Levy's fault. It's all the players' fault. It's everybody's fault. It is everybody's fault. Newcastle, in their last game against Brighton, a relegation 6-pointer, the biggest game of their season, had 3 shots. And they come here against us today and they have 22.
Yeah.
22 shots.
It's how we set up. It's how we set up. We go up. Jose tells them to go back. Listen, I don't care what the players go out and do. This is what you see. Words means nothing. It's what you see on the pitch. Players play how they have been trained. That's just facts. Players play how they've been trained. When you see players without any clue, that's because they are not being trained properly. When you see players back off, that's because they're being trained to back off. Every time we go up, we back off and we hold the pressure. We just absorb it. It's every fucking time, and it's not working. And he keeps doing it. He keeps fucking doing it. It's costing us. He needs to figure out something, man. because that shit doesn't work, and his words are meaningless. I don't care what he says in the media anymore. Oh, the better team should have won. Oh, I told them to go out there and attack. It's the football performances that speak for themselves, bro. You have enough resources to beat Newcastle. I'm sorry, Matty. He just does. The worst team in the Premier League. Team that gets outplayed by a relegation side.
Oh my God. The expected goals for this game. I know there are people out there who hate expected goals and think it's the most useless stat. Newcastle. Relegation threat of Newcastle. Steve Bruce's Newcastle, who've got 11 points in the last 18 games. Expected goals against Jose Mourinho's Tottenham. Oh, we're going to win the Europa League. We're going to finish top 4. 4.07. Yeah. 4.07 expected goals.
Shocking.
How is that possible?
Joe Linton's 2 massive misses.
Shocking.
If it wasn't for Joe Linton, like you said, if that was Callum Wilson, they would have won that game 5 or 6-2. Or expected goals was 2.3. You've only scored 2. How is it possible that a team that has had... Look, you can criticize the board all you want. They've invested in this squad. 2 summers ago, they spent 160 million. In a pandemic summer, they spent 70 million. They're paying 300 grand a week for Gareth Bale. They spent a lot of money on Reguilon to get him here. They're paying Kane Son the highest wages that we've ever paid a player. Why is this club at the stage where we cannot keep a dodgy, ridiculous Newcastle with their key players injured? Why can't we keep them at bay? I don't understand it. It's utterly ridiculous.
Because we can't like, for some reason we can't string passes around. This same team that used to be able to string passes around for some reason just can't do it anymore. I don't know what happened, but we can't hold on the ball. Just sit back, relax, vibes.
Jackson G with the 5,000 says Bale and Lamela should have swapped their substitution timings. It would have been different. Honestly, he brought Bale on after Newcastle's equaliser in the 87th minute. How on earth? What can he do in that time? Has he brought him on just to take a single free kick? Bale hasn't scored one all season. One on target that we scored off a rebound for Vinicius. I think it was against Luda Gretz. Why? We've Dara O'Halloran here as well with the 5. Thank you, Jackson G, for that super chat. And thank you, Dara, as well for the €5. Says Jose underestimated another team. No Bale, no Toby, no Son starting, and you bring on Lamela. Come on, this is amateur. There's so many people that we can blame. There's so many everything that's happened today. Everything was completely avoidable. Every last bit of it. Jonathan Veal on Twitter said this has to be one of the flakiest Tottenham teams of all time. They've dropped 13 points from winning positions by conceding goals in the last 15 minutes. Couldn't hold a lead to save their lives. David, how can we sit here? People who have everything else going on in their lives, we can sit here as fans every weekend and we can see things that Jose Mourinho can't. How can we sit here and say, oh, Newcastle are going to score? And he doesn't know that. How is it possible that he doesn't see the same consistent issues popping up in this team every single week?
No, look, I don't know. Look, we sat here today. We could see the goal was coming. We could see it was coming. I want to know what's going on with Toby. I think I need to know what's going on with Toby. Toby Alvarez should have been playing instead of Sanchez today. Sanchez was awful. It was awful. But it's a collective. We've seen the same things from these players, and like I said, like I've always said, it starts from the very top. It's starting to become a collective now. And this club is in a real mess. A real mess. Look, you look at the bench. I inspired by anybody coming on to make a difference. I'm not, and we've maintained that all season. You know what I mean? And look, regardless of the manager, until this squad is rotated, and we have players that we can rely on coming off the bench and a steady back four, this club is going nowhere.
Will, talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I'm going to dice Jose on today is his starting lineup and then his choices, substitute timings.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
all I know is the people in the comments. How in the hell do you not blame Eric Lamela?
He is shit. He is shit.
How do you not?
No. Like, he is shit. You have a choice between Bale and you put on fucking Lamela.
Well, no, he had to bring him. He had to bring in Bale after the fact.
No. You had a choice between Lamela or Bale.
Actually have some width on that right hand side because somebody can't leave the middle of the pitch. Somebody came on as a right winger. Somebody thinks he's an attacking midfielder all the damn time. He has no right foot. No right foot. No right foot.
Yeah, Jackson G
and
here
people
says...
keep telling me, oh, the pass was on his left. The pass was on the left. That's because he never touches the ball with his right foot. Of course the ball was on his left because he can't touch the ball with his right foot.
He hasn't completed a pass with his right foot all season.
I've never seen you this mad, Will. Honestly. Even after the Dynamo game, I've never seen you this pissed off, bro. Like, honestly.
His son was in an acre of space.
Yeah.
He could have rolled the ball into the back of the net with his freaking head. And Eric Lamela holds on to it. Left foot, left foot, left foot, left foot, left foot, left foot.
He needs to
Lets
go.
the center backs catch up and then dishes it out to Kane on the left.
Yeah.
If I was Jose Mourinho, I'd have been running out on that pitch and I'd have grabbed him by the back of his head and thrown him to the ground and dragged him off myself.
But there's a comment here you'd agree with, Will. Darkson G, again, thank you so much for this today. Says he needs to drop Lamela after this. He can't do anything that involves teamwork. He should have used Scarlett instead of Lamela. I think a criticism we've always had of Lamela is he holds on to the ball for too long. And look, for me, that's something that we've had the ability to kind of look over in the past couple of months because he's been better. He's been passing the ball well. He's been getting on the front foot and stuff. But there was 2 situations there today, breaking like that, where he held on to the ball for too long and a chance died. And you would say, yeah, he still got the ball to Kane. The only reason that Kane chance was a chance is because Kane had the awareness to get the ball back in on his right foot and almost put it in the near post. And as Shane said in the live chat a while ago, 52 seconds later, seconds later, Newcastle were level. I want to bring Finn on here as well.
Can I say something? I have a very shocking stat. Very shocking stat before you say anything, Finn. Tottenham just allowed 9% of all Newcastle shots inside the box this season. Now, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. For me, yes, Lamela is trash, but this is Steve Bruce, and Newcastle are a poor team, man. You got all the resources, and you cannot string 3 passes together against Newcastle. It has to be something with the management. It's been going on for too long. We go up, we sit back, we allow teams back into the game. It keeps happening. I don't care what he says to the media. I don't care what players said to the media. Performances speak for themselves. You have a good enough squad to go out there and keep the ball against Newcastle. Surely, if Brighton has it, if Fulham has it, if all these other teams below us have it, who have like way less funds has it, then we should have it. There's no excuse from that from Jose, in my opinion. That is 100% his tactic. Is to get a goal, sit back, and hold the lead. That is 100%. I don't care what he says in the media. That is all BS, in my opinion. Sick of it.
Finn, what are your thoughts?
It's shocking, really. I took my Spurs shirt off because I felt like a bottle job wearing it. That's how poor
I might take it. No, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
Horrendous. Shocking.
Yeah.
To be fair, I could rival Marcelo's opinion, and I do think that his substitutions did show that he wanted to go out there and win the game. But at the same time, the way we played before that, and until it went to 2-2, it was all defending. We were defending the whole game. You said they had 22 shots against us.
Yeah,
that's probably more than the shots they've had all season. Harry Kane has scored more than that whole Newcastle team. One player scored more than that whole Newcastle team, and we let them put 2 in against us, and it should have been 5.
It should have been. Like you said, if it was anyone other than Joe Linton, that's Newcastle run away with that game. They honestly do. And I'm sitting here and I'm trying to figure out how a defence of Reguilon, who was shocking today, I thought I'd give him the benefit of the doubt in that first half. In the second half, he was absolutely woeful. How he's a man who's won the Europa League last season with Sevilla. He's come from Real Madrid, obviously a very big team. He's a very talented footballer. Terrible. Davinson Sanchez, again, let's not even go into that. Tanganga, look, fair enough. He's out of position. He doesn't get experience in the team. You can't expect fantastic performances from him all the time. The only defender that looked somewhat capable was Joe Rodon. And even he had his few iffy moments. I just don't understand how someone who is apparently the best defensive coach in the world, why he can't get the defense to simply defend. And then why, when he knows they can't defend, does he continue to try and rest on 1-goal leads? And look, he can come out and say all he wants in that post-match press conference again, saying, "Oh well, I told them to attack, so it's not actually my fault. They sat back." He can't use that excuse anymore. He said he's taking the players out of the team, the ones who've done that to him, the ones who don't follow his tactics, the Sissoko's, what could be Alderweireld and Auriers, the Bale, the Dele Allis. He said he's taking those players out of the team. These are the players that he said will fight for the badge, that know what it's like to play for Spurs. They're his players, the ones he wants on the pitch. If that's the case, they would have attacked today. They would have followed your tactics. Either you're not telling them to attack, or you're not good enough of a manager anymore to get a team to attack.
Yeah,
he was out tactic
100%
by
agree.
Mikel Arteta a couple of weeks ago. Mikel Arteta, who was Arsenal in 10th place, with the investment, the quality, they do have quality players in that team.
A quote-unquote joke manager.
Yeah, exactly. And comes Steve Bruce, a man who Newcastle fans have been calling to be sacked for the last 6 months. A Newcastle team who, like you said, that's 9% of their shots inside the box this season came in that game today. Joe Linton does not know how to put a ball in the back of a net and somehow he managed to score against us because of the space he was awarded in that box.
Absolutely.
And honestly, I just can't tolerate this.
No, you're speaking so much sense. Yeah, you're speaking so much sense, Matty. I just want to say that.
Brad with the £5 says, when things are going away, we're fine. As soon as any team actually starts actually competing, we aren't up for the fight. And Brad, I think is similar to you. He said Spurs just can't accept the gifts that people are giving them, and they bottle it. That's the word. I don't like using it, but it's true. Dark Sun G with the 10,000. Lamella needs to come on the pitch for 5 to 7 minutes to waste time. What can we do when Sanchez keeps putting useless long balls? When we have Son, why not use his speed? I mean, Son can score and get assists. And we come back to that in a second. But I hate Marmite says, what is Eddie King actually doing? A legend, but when are we going to start questioning him too? Anyone want to chime in on that?
No, look, listen. You have that defense, right? But the thing is, what I'm trying to say is, yes, that defense is poor. But Newcastle, bro, like if this was United, if this was like a team, like if this was even Wolves, I can maybe understand because Wolves on their day, they can outplay anybody. Newcastle has not outplayed anybody in their whole entire season. Newcastle has not. I've seen Newcastle. They have not looked like this in their whole entire season. The 100% tactic was get that one goal, sit back. We play with fear. Jose instills fear in this team. There is no brave. There's no. He doesn't allow anyone to be brave. He is a fearful manager. He instills fear in their mind. He talks about the opponent more than he talks about us. All he does is talks about what the opponent can do and not what we can do. And that's why we play reactive instead of proactive. He does not play proactive football. It's all reactive.
Okay, what about on the point of Eddie King there, Dave? Do you have anything to say on that?
It's not even the playing reactive. The passing in the midfield today was horrible.
Yeah, there was no spark. Again, like I gave Ndombele the benefit of the doubt in the first half. I think. Look, again, it happened as soon as they got the equaliser. All of a sudden, Ndombele was dribbling past players. He was taking people on. He was getting space down the left hand side. Why are we good once we concede a goal? When something bad happens,
it's all the mentality in their head.
There's a stat here. Joe Willock's equaliser was Newcastle's 17th shot from inside the box against Spurs today, the most in a single Premier League game under Steve Bruce. 17 shots from inside the box.
Shocking.
17.
Shocking.
Finn, do you put that on the defence or the manager?
Well, it has to be the defence, surely. Although Jose can take some blame for it, yeah, we understand we always put a little bit of blame on Jose, but those defenders out there were shocking. Sanchez for the first goal, that was so lackluster. That was so poor. Every single time he got the ball, he's trying to play the ball long, or play it backwards. And I don't understand it. We go and bring Sonny on. Sonny's not going to win headers against Jamal Lascelles or Paul Dummett at the back. We've got Vinicius and Kane up there to anchor the front line, and he goes and takes them off at half time. So there is some blame on Jose in there, but at the end of the day, I think it's a spiral. There's loads of different effects in there, but I just think that's one of them that came into play today.
Well, no, if you're going to set them up to defend, why can't they defend? Right? If you're going to blame it, if Jose's setting them up to defend, why isn't defense doing their job?
Most of their chances came off balls in the box today, and the same thing we've seen throughout the whole season. You know, look, it's not surprised we don't get many from set pieces either because we just can't attack a ball when the ball's put into the box. You know, at the end of the day, the same problems that we've been highlighting all the season, all season long, it's still there. But more than all season long, for the last 2 years, last 2.5 years, same problems we've been highlighting have been there, and nothing's changed. It's the same problems for the last 2.5 years. The problem was here before the manager as well, and it needs to be rectified. I don't care who's in charge next season. It is looking like it's Jose with what has come out, but I couldn't care less. It needs to be rectified. Look, we can sit here and focus everything on the manager. We have to dissect the performance as well. Sanchez was god-awful. From minute one, he set the tone of what way he was going to play today. From minute one, you could see it coming. You know, And it's just infuriating. It's just infuriating. That header from minute one, we all sat here and said it. It set the tempo for the dicey defence. Joe Rodon was the only one out there that was capable today. Look, we did have chances as well. Like you had Tanganga's header. You had Harry Kane hit the post. We also had Vinicius' goal disallowed. There's a couple of other chances there throughout the game that we had, and we didn't take them. Lamela there, criminal. Lost the ball. They take it off us, go straight up the other end and score. You have to be clinical. Great defending by Newcastle, by the way. They knew, leave Lamela with the ball, wait for him to take the heavy touch. I'm just going to, as soon as he does, I'm taking it off him. He backed off, waited, took the ball off him. It's not good enough. He had Kane out left, he had Son out right, and he picked neither. It's not good enough. The passing throughout the midfield, how many times today did we see, like, that's an easy pass? What are you doing? That's an easy pass. It's absolutely shocking. It's absolutely shocking. And for me, I'm still maintaining until this squad is rotated, this shit is going to happen.
Yeah,
I disagree. I disagree. I think a better manager with better
super chats. Sorry, I just want to get to super chats before he goes. I've been there a few minutes. Jeremy Smith, the £2. Thanks, Jeremy. Says I think this is a good buy for Kane and Son and Jose. And Dark Sun G with the 5,000 says I saw a comment that I agree with. Since Tanganga and Sanchez can't clear or do long balls, we have to go down to defend to clean up their mess. I suppose is a good point. Thanks for that again, Dark Sun G. Louis Landers as well. Says, do you remember the priest-only football game in Father Ted? If Sanchez was from Craggy Island, I'd still start Father Jack ahead of him. Look, I think that says we all need to know. Louis, thank you very much for that super chat as well. I agree with you. I'm sorry, go on, Marcelo.
No, I disagree. I think if we had a manager with better attacking tactics, a little bit less, of fear, a little bit more brave, actually know how to pass the ball, move it around nice, get it flowing. We've seen this team; they can do that. We've seen this.
What about someone like Pochettino?
Look, listen. The difference with Pochettino is Pochettino got stale at the club. His time was done. He was there for 5 years. This is Jose's first year, and he's already lost half of his players. All right. So don't compare the two. This is two different circumstances. But I'm just saying. I think I think a person like Ten Hag. I think a person like. I'm just saying, I think a person like that could get this team playing much better football than this. There is no excuse for us to play this type of football against Newcastle. This is embarrassing, man.
Managers, there's no point in keep talking about managers. We've discussed that already, but I want to talk about the individual players. Daxon G with 5,000 says we all agree that Sanchez is a confident player, and he played well because he played back to back. However, this international break ruined Sanchez. Torres as well with the 5. Wrong comment there. Torres says defense lacks leaders. Hugo, but don't command. I love Hugo, but he doesn't command well. Losing Jan, we lost our thinking leader of the rear line. Harry, not much better, in my humble opinion. Højbjerg. Who in that team leads? Actually, before we get into this, I'm going to bring on Arvin as well. He's waiting there in the background of the chat member. Arvin, look, I suppose we'll come to you on this one. Who in that team is a leader, do you think?
So literally no one. I can't think of anyone in that team who can lead a team. Hugo can't. Kane is not a good captain. Højbjerg, with his first season, I don't see him leading. We don't have anyone, and we don't have anyone we have 2 youngsters. Well, okay, fine. At least Sanchez has been playing for 3 years, but they aren't good pads, and we don't have anyone at the back who can command our area. That's poor.
I agree with you. Tottenham teacher says Jose said too many individual mistakes that lead to instability. Fen, do you think it's good he's finally calling out those individual errors?
Well, I think he was calling them out previously, and I think he was actually calling out players previously, and it'll be interesting to see if he does call anyone out and actually speak to the fans, because if he's recognising that these mistakes are coming from the players that we're naming right now, and I could name at least 3 players in that team that shouldn't have started and shouldn't be in a Spurs shirt, then I think then that's good on Jose for recognising that. But I don't think he will recognise that. And I think that he needs to recognise the players that are letting him down at the minute. And we've seen that from these players here. So, yeah, and I do agree with this. And I think that too many individual mistakes did cost us. And how many times did Joe Linton run through on goal? And we had how many times did Joe Linton run on goal and have great chances? And how many times was there a miscommunication at the back between all 5 of them players at the back? Mm-hmm. And that just shows that this team is not a top 4 club, in my opinion. That just shows it. If your back line cannot command, and we don't even have a set back five, we can't be a top 4 club with that set with this back five.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Will, have you anything to add on the defense?
Well, I just don't see how you can blame the manager for, if you're saying he set him up to defend, why didn't we defend?
Because this team, okay, why are you setting up to defend against fucking Newcastle?
Because
like,
it's
really?
Newcastle and you're up 2 goals to nil. But I'm saying is,
we weren't up 2 goals. We're 2-1 up.
Why aren't they defending?
We weren't 2-1 up. We were defending the whole game. This is Newcastle, man. Like, I understand if this was like United, this is City, this is this isn't a team you set up to defend against. This is a team you go out there, you put in your pressure, you put in your will, like Brighton did. You know, this is a team where you go in there and you show your footballing talent and you show your quality. We have that. We have that over Newcastle. But instead, we played scared for 90 minutes. 90 minutes.
So I just want to add on to one.
Sorry.
I just want to add on one thing. The reason why we have so much individual errors is, sorry to say, that our team is much more suited when we play more attacking, because when we have the ball, we are much better. When we play more of a defensive, we will end up with 1 or 2 defensive mistakes, and then we can't just keep on blaming every match, saying that Sanchez is doing an error. All this piece. I'm not saying that these are good players to be in the club. We need a lot of improvement, but just saying that these players aren't good enough for this club. Yeah, they're not good. But just blaming them, saying they're making individual, because he's tried all different combinations: Joe Rodon, Sanchez, Toby, Dyer, everything, and we are a team much more suited when we have the ball. And when you saw against Everton, we conceded 4 goals. You saw without how we play when we play attacking, with Bergwijn, Lamela, everyone up front with the ball who can go on this thing. And sorry to say, Jose Mourinho, as good as a manager he is, he's not able to get the players with him and find a proper solution for getting to be to make a best with this team. And it's against Newcastle, and he can't condemn saying that we made individual errors. Yes, but if we had the ball, 2-3 goals and kill the game, and it's game over. That's it. I don't see what's his plan going forward, and it's not his style is not working nowadays, and we need to see what happens.
I'm sorry. I can't. These are grown professional men, and if the coach is telling you to do something and you see the game slipping, if you're the captain of the team or if you're a leader in the team, you put your middle fingers up at him. You grab each other by the necks and you say, let's go out and win this thing. Once you step on that pitch, you don't have to do what he says. You don't. You read the game yourself. You get the job done. You make it happen. And nobody's stepping up to do that. We don't have a single leader on that pitch. Not one. Højbjerg's form is horrible. His second half performance today was horrible.
Yeah. I just want to say there's I just put in the live chat there. I just want to echo it again. Any sort of comment in the live chat with any personal insults or personal remarks, but anybody in the panel or anybody in the live chat will simply not be tolerated, and you will be banned from the channel immediately. As well as 400 people watching, so please do smash that like button so we can get more people in here. But
if they're against me, I'm not even looking at the chat. But if they're against me, they can come on my show tonight and say it to my face if they want to. So
the
invitation's there.
But absolutely everybody.
No. Hey, listen, they can say whatever they want. I'm holding on to that opinion. Like, yeah. Look. I if you can think whatever you want. I think we just have a better squad to go out there and play some nice football against Newcastle. I'm sorry that I just just have high expectations for this team. Look, as far as the players, Sanchez was woeful. Lamela was woeful, but that was Jose's fault on Lamela. I felt like he should have brought on Bale. I think that was the wrong substitution at the wrong time. Again, this is another thing I always say. Every time we go, things look shaky. He doesn't seem to make the right decisions. But listen, it's tough. Look, obviously it's tough. It's easy to sit here and say, oh, well, how can you get anything against, Davis and Sanchez and all that stuff? But you can say the same thing about Steve Bruce. How is Steve Bruce getting so much out of these very average, poor players who have been very average and poor throughout the whole season? How is he getting more out of these players and out-tacticking Jose? Like, I want to hear that answer, because like you got to look at also both sides. You can't just look, oh, how can he win with Sanchez? Like, he's got a way better. Like, it's not just Sanchez in there. There's other good players that he can work with. You know, Steve Bruce
wasn't an out tactics.
He was. No, he was out tactic, man. That was brutal. Because he was playing us off the park with a lesser team. Like, you can't. Okay, Will. All right, let me ask you this. You can't look at Newcastle's starting 11 and say their starting 11 has more quality than ours. That's just impossible. It's false.
Let me ask you this: what tactics of Steve Bruce what tactics did he use to out tactic Jose Mourinho?
Well, one, he was flowing the ball very nicely. The ball was very crisp. He was outstretching our defense. He pointed out the weakness at our defense, and he completely went the right-hand side, and he was stretched out the right-hand side and then open up the left-hand side. He did it multiple times. If you remember, he would constantly attack Tanganga. He would constantly attack Sanchez. He would open up space, and then he kept going after it. He kept going in after it again and again. Mikel Arteta did the same thing again and again. You have to adjust. When you have a lesser team, right? And he's doing that to you, then the manager who has the better team needs to find a way to adjust, because he has more tools.
Well, Marcelo, just on your point, they said he was targeting our weak defenders. Is that not our squad not being good enough rather than the manager?
But no, but the thing is, Newcastle has their own weaknesses as well.
Okay, no, we're talking about what you said there.
Football is a game. Football is a game about finding weakness and pinpointing it. Jose can't pinpoint any of the weakness, and he has a better squad.
No. Sorry. Who in the right mind thinks of Sergio Reguilon as a weakness coming in before the match?
No. I never said Sergio Reguilon was the weakness. I said our right-hand side was the weakness, but when he attacked the right-hand side, it stretched out our left-hand side, and it left it open. It put Rodon and Reguilon in a lot of shitty situations. But the thing is, Jose, yes, he has. Look, listen, Jose doesn't have the perfect squad. Most managers don't. Guess what? Most managers don't. Most managers don't have a perfect squad. You think Steve Bruce has a perfect squad? He has far from a perfect squad.
Yeah, but Marcelo, Steve Bruce is just hanging above relegation. He's not really getting the best out of his players, is he? Let's be fair.
He got it. But
on the day results can happen, I can get it. On the day you can be beaten, and I'm as pissed as anybody. This shouldn't happen. But the evidence is there. It's time and time again. Until we rotate this squad, you're going to get fluctuations in performances. We were up to back to two bad results. We beat Aston Villa. Now we're here again today. It's going to happen when you keep having these players. But you don't know whether they're going to turn up or not.
No. But David, here's the thing. It always seems to happen to us. It's like, you say on the day this can happen, and I can understand that, and I can accept that. And I remember, the game against Brighton. I said that, I said, on a day this can happen to anyone, we move on, right? But it keeps happening and happening over and over and over again. Lesser teams outplaying us off the park.
It was happening under Pochettino as well. And from the outset, both managers, Mourinho and Pochettino,
at the end
of bad managers.
But at the end of Pochettino's era, yes, Pochettino here and there, he had these games. Here and there. Every manager does. Right? Every manager does have here and there. But from the large part of Pochettino's reign in Tottenham, we outplayed a lot of the smaller teams. We outplayed the smaller teams. We suffocated them. We outplayed them. Like, you're comparing Mourinho, like Pochettino's end. Pochettino, this team got stale with Pochettino. Pochettino, they did not want Pochettino anymore. They didn't want to play for him anymore. Like that was Pochettino's end. That was after 5 years. You're comparing Jose's first year with Pochettino's 5 years. Like,
no, I'm not comparing it with Pochettino's 5 years. You're mistaken. What I'm comparing it to is when we lost the likes of Wanyama, Dembele, Walker, and Rose, and we've now lost Vertonghen, Christian Eriksen, and stuff like that, and we're left with the core of the worst players of Pochettino's squad, that when he had to rely on them, things went sour. And we've seen the same thing just continue.
But none of those players played tonight. No, you can't say that, because none of those players played tonight. What, did Sissoko play tonight? Did Wings play tonight? Did any of those players? One player. Oh, my God. Come on.
Let's get the other guys in here. Marcelo.
Lamela.
Come on. Let's get the opinion of the other guys here. Because a comment from Declan G says, I don't think you noticed, but Bale wasn't supposed to play. It was either Sissoko or Scarlett. Perhaps Sissoko. I think we should have subbed Gio for Lamella and kept Lucas on. Next game, Son has to start. I didn't notice that, Declan G, but I do agree that Son has to start in the next game. We'll come to you, Arvind. Do you agree with Marcelo that it was Mourinho's fault that our defence was exploited so much?
Look, the thing which I want to say is that Mourinho has tried different solutions. Yes, I agree with that. He's played Aurier, he's played Doherty, he's played Japhet Tanganga. Then he's trying to play Rodon, Sanchez. He's tried different solutions, but it's not working. As you said, we need better core players in our team. But regardless of that, I can't believe that Newcastle had 22 shots and we had 11 shots. That shouldn't happen with us. We are defensively we are weak, but offensively we are strong, and no one can deny that. We have Ndombele, we have Lo Celso, we have Kane, we have Son, we have Bale and Vinicius, and you're telling me you can't convert more than 2 goals with the chances we had? That's not acceptable. Defensively, we need to improve a lot from our from our centre back to our right back. But offensively, that was really poor, and that's why they said, and that's what I agree with Marcelo. That's our strength, and that's why we need to focus on, where we can convert our chances, and we can't do that. We can't be doing that. We can't allow Newcastle to have 22 shots on target. And yes, Sanchez is making mistakes again. And one more thing is that in the whole season, if you see, we have been doing the same mistakes again. We get the lead, we give away. Against Wolves, we were 1-0 up and we conceded at the last minute. Against Fulham, we did the same. And now we're doing against Newcastle. So this is something which Jose Mourinho needs to answer. Why are we making the mistakes again and again? Just coming to the media and just spitting off facts, saying that, okay, this is something that it's happening over here. I don't know. I'm telling them to play. I'm telling it. It's not we're not kids over here. We're not understanding what is happening in the how are you training them? Why are they playing like this? Why no player would want over there and go on there and say that, no, I said something, but I'm not going to follow it. Come on. That should be something which is happening in the training ground. He's training them, and that's what is replicated on the pitch. 1-2 games, I agree, but the whole season, how is that possible? And there's no answer to it. We are 2-1 up, 3, get the next goal, finish off the game, and it's game set match. Why can't we do that? Why do we want? And one more thing, and only thing we need come back to a match is that we need to concede a goal, score 2 goals, and that's what happens. Or then we concede one, we score 1 goal. We have a period of I've seen that our team plays a period where we play really good and then it just goes down. And that's what happens. Today we conceded a goal, 4 minutes, we played really good, and then I don't know what happens to a team. So that's what Jose Mourinho needs to answer. Look, that's a lot of faults, everything from our structure, from our board to our manager to everything. I agree with that. Our players needs improvement. I'm not saying they are perfect players, but we can't be doing the same mistakes again and again. That's not what was happening in Pochettino, even when it was staged. There were different issues at that time, yes, but that's not something which is happening. And at least we used to dominate the games. We used to dominate them, and we can't do that. Nowadays, when we see our team play, I'm really scared that, oh, are we going to concede a goal? What is going to happen? There's one game where it's like, other than a Man United game 6-1, where I'm really confident to say that, okay, we can go ahead and win this game. We are in the fear, and that shouldn't happen. We are making that mistakes again and again, and that's something which Mourinho needs to answer and needs to be clear what is he doing in the club. That's the serious question.
Yeah, you made the point there, making the same mistakes again and again. Finn, only Southampton and Brighton have dropped more points from winning positions this season than Spurs. 2 teams who everyone will agree are way below where they should be in the table. But only they have lost more points from winning positions than us. Jose was asked there after the game. He said he was asked, something holding on to lead is something you used to be good at. What's happened? And he said it's the same coach but different players. He's putting the blame solely on the defence there. Do you agree with him?
Do I agree with him? Yes, to an extent, but I think at the same time, players take the blame for it. But at the same time, this is Jose's team, and Jose is letting it happen every single time. We've seen it again today, and we saw it. What was it, 4 games in a row previously? And if that isn't a wake-up call for him to tell him that this keeps happening, And I think that is the problem that we had, was that we set out today to play defensive. We saw Newcastle. They didn't play defensive. They played 3 at the back with 2 wing backs. And they came at a defensive team because Steve Bruce knew that we were going to play defensive. So on that behalf, I do think we were, I don't think we were out tactics, but I think we were outsmarted in a way. We were like, I think Jose put out the wrong team today for today's game, but I think he went with that team because of how well they played against West Ham. Not West Ham, against Villa. Yeah. So coming back to the point, I do think that some of the onus is on the players, but Jose has to take accountability for all these points being dropped. And I know the players aren't perfect, and the players that we've got are horrendous. But I saw one comment in the chat that I really agreed with, and it said, if you talk on paper, we are the 6th best team in the league on paper, and we're in 5th at the minute in the Premier League. So are we really overreacting to this? I understand that we've bottled it again, and we know this is the Spurs way. We know this is how Spurs are going to play. But I don't think that we set up right today for today's game. So that onus is on Jose, but the players individually were shocking today, and that's what cost us in this one.
I want to add something to that.
Let's get a few super chats first, Marcel, then I get to you. Jeremy Smith with the £5 says, we've got nothing to come this year at all. We've got nothing to come this year at all. The time will tell. We can only see the back of his head. Thanks for the super chat there, Jeremy. Jiminy says, I'm so sick of this, honestly. I'm sick of the players being unable to make basic decisions while only Harry Kane seems to be able to make plays. And Dark Sun G says, I agree that we have good attack. However, the problem is we can't utilise it when there's no good pass to the final third, especially if Sanchez starts the attack with his long balls. Sanchez awareness. Assume that'll be continued. But yeah, thank you very much to the three of you for those super chats. Agree with you all as always. But go on, Marcelo.
No, look, I think personally, yeah, like maybe top 4 will be tough to get. Obviously Chelsea, Leicester, a lot of these other clubs have it tough. Are very good, but some of them do have it tough. Leicester has had to deal with loads of injuries. Tuchel has had to come in to a squad that was struggling throughout the midway of the season. That's never easy. So every single one of these managers has also had to deal with their own fair share of problems. And in my opinion, I think we're very close to in terms of quality of Leicester and Chelsea. I do think so. I think we have quality to beat them. But for me, I also think these performances don't inspire me at all to make me believe that Jose is the guy for the rebuild. These performances for me are shocking, bro. Like shocking. It is one thing to maybe get unlucky, right? You're trying to pass around. You're trying to get you're hitting the post. Like for example, the first Newcastle game, very unlucky. We played fantastic that game. We were beating them off the park, but then, they get a stupid penalty at the end of the game. They had 0 shots on target that game until the penalty. We absolutely played them off the park. And then, they get a shocking penalty, and I'm like, that's just unlucky, man. That's just like football gods, striking down on us again. But these performances, where we just sit back and we're just getting outplayed by such lesser teams. I mean, teams that are really lesser does not inspire me at all. It really does not. It's hard to watch at times, man. I see Newcastle just run around us. It's hard. Not used to it.
We've LC saying, Neely Sad, how many points have we lost from winning positions this season? We've lost 15 from winning positions. Brighton with 18 and Southampton and 19, only one's higher. And Hotspur Hazza says, we need to rebuild. Team is not playing together with a £2 super chat. Thank you very, very much for that, Hazza. But look, guys, we're going to leave it there. This is definitely a debate that could rage on for the whole night, and I'm sure if we stayed here, it definitely would. But I want to thank the 15,000 people who've tuned in over the last almost 4 hours. I want to thank everybody for the super chats. Dark Sung G, of course, is always coming in with a load of them, and Jiminy Hotspur Hazza loves music. Shane, everybody who came in with the super chats, thank you very, very much for all of those. Thank you to our channel members for calling on. Always a pleasure having you on for a chat and all that. But look, it's not good for Spurs. I was going to say there, Julian Nagel's meant to be the next Spurs permanent manager. Odds have been cut on that to 2-1, so maybe that is something to keep an eye on over the next week or so, but I doubt there'll be too much movement on that one. As Rob says, make sure to hit the like button. We're on 273, so let's see if we can get to 300 before the stream does come to an end. But thanks to everyone who's tuned in. Thanks to our members. Thanks for super chats, everybody. And hopefully next Sunday the mood and the watch along will be a little bit better.